Yeah, yeah, you know that I hate being alone, yeah. 아침에 오면 이 너만 생각하는데 난 원래 질투만 하는데 You looking so fly again 난 친구 사이 남아서 We better be better friends, oh no We better be better friends Oh, 이러면 되는데 Oh, 겁이 많아도 I'm taking all my chances, babe I've been wondering 시간 되는지 5시간 차이 나도 You're my queen I've been going all through my phone, yeah 문장 많은지 알고 싶어서, yeah You've been calling, hitting on my line, babe 이제 니들어 하기 싫어져
You always hit me on my line, baby. I was thinking about you all day lately. You got me feeling so damn wavy. Take a couple pulls of you daily. You're never all alone, alone. You're never all alone, alone, alone. You're never all alone, alone, yeah.
말해줘 이 머릿속 원하는지 하고 싶으면 좀 말 I wanna know, yeah I'm not alone, yeah 후회되지 않게 tell me 지금 좋아하는지 I could pull up anytime 난 기다리고 있지 You remind me of a time 그때 좋았었지 우리 연애 like a Rolex 비싼 여자애 I know this Fendi Prada You know this filthy riding on this note yeah. 지금 face 안 맡겨봐라 내 말 들어봐 yeah. 예전처럼 밤새 말도 못해 잠들어 yeah. You remember all those late nights 기억하잖아 마지막일지도 몰라 baby it's gonna be alright I've been going all through my phone yeah 문자 많은지 알고 싶어서 yeah. You've been calling hitting on my line babe 이제 니들어 하기 싫어져
You always hit me on my line, baby. I was thinking about you all day lately. You got me feeling so damn wavy. Take a couple pulls of you daily. You're never all alone, alone. You're never all alone, alone, alone. You're never all alone, alone, yeah. It's a cold blue night in the winter. I'm warming next to you, let it simmer. I got it all planned like dinner. I never stand you up and waste all this liquor. You're all I want and all I need. I could be wrong, but I'm gon' risk this heartbreak. You're like a queen, I set the throne for you. And I'ma do whatever it takes. You always hit me on my line, baby. I was thinking about you all day lately. You got me feeling so damn wavy. Take a couple pulls of you daily. You're never all alone, alone. You're never all alone, alone, alone. You're never all alone, alone, yeah. You always hit me on my line, baby. I was thinking about you all day lately. You got me feeling so damn wavy. Take a couple pulls of you daily. You're never all alone, alone. You're never all alone, alone, alone. You're never all alone, alone, yeah.
We'll be driving down the state, yeah. Looking around for the next crowd, yeah. Going our own way, trying to find a new route, yeah. We'll be going in circles, trying to find a way, searching for the things we do, yeah. Dropped out without a choice, yeah. Hair blown round to the window, singing stupid noise with you. I just wanna get to know ya. I wanna go far to the coast, yeah. I wanna drive fast to the ocean. I wanna know all of you. Growing old like a ghost, yeah. I wanna have kids of my own, yeah. Live a life till it's over, yeah. But until we do, it's sleeping sooner. Yeah, I'm feeling a little crazy. Sat at home being lazy. Wanna travel till I'm 80, flying with you. Wanna take on the world and do something. Would you by my side like it's nothing? Wanna buy you things that you wanted. Wanna find you dropped out without a choice, yeah. Hair blow round to the window, singing stupid noise with you.
Hello? Hello, hello. Is this thing on? It's a freaking Wednesday. I know I don't ever stream on Wednesdays, but here I am to curse all of you with my presence yet again. Hello, everyone. Hi, welcome to the stream. How we doing? Mavis, Jube, Proxima Centauri, Joel, hey, what's up? Jacob, hello, Bree. Bree, I hope that everything with your friend is going on okay. Maddie, hello, hi. Sad Waffle Monkey, how we doing? J Rose, still waiting for the download. If you didn't know, unfortunately,
brother, this guy stinks!
Oh my god, right away? I barely said like 200 words. Come on. Once, hello, hi. Hannah, hello, how we doing? Az, good to see you here. Welcome. We be vibing. Yeah, so, some of you might not know this, but, Antichrist Bear, what's up? Hey, how we doing? I am a palia partner, and if you guys don't know what palia is, you can use the palia command to find out, but I announced this on Twitter and Discord and Instagram stories, but hello, have to bother you since I can't stick around long, totally understandable. I normally don't stream this day anyway, but this was the launch day of palia. As a palia partner, I want to get some FaceTime in with the beta and also promote the hell out of this game because it is so cozy, it's so fun. I finally get to talk about all the stuff that I was trying to not spill the beans on last night that was still under NDA, still under embargo for. But it's a really cool game. It's a very lovely game. Again, if you don't know anything about it, you can use the palia command. Currently, the servers are down for maintenance because I guess there was a progress bug where people's inventories were disappearing and things like that. Not the greatest thing, but again, it is day one of a beta. This is not the full release. It's not going to be for a little bit until the game goes into full release. It's still going to be early access. But eventually, this is going to be a free-to-play game that is going to be available on PC and also on Switch, which is really exciting. You can find out more, again, right on the Palia website by using the Palia command. But yeah, today is just a bonus stream to show off some stuff and talk about the game. We were watching some the dev vlogs and trailers last night. While we're waiting for it to come back, we can watch the cinematic trailer again, stuff like that. But if you don't know about this game, thank you so much, Mavis, for using the command. It is a brand new cozy life sim MMO set in a high fantasy world. There is no combat, so you get to actually, have you ever played a game where you're oh man, I really like Final Fantasy 14? Not to throw other games under the bus or anything, because I like all these other games I'm going to be mentioning, but I've played WoW, I've played Final Fantasy 14, I'm back on a Black Desert Online kick, and there's been moments where I'm I kind of don't want to have to fight enemies. I want to just work on the life skills. I want to become the best cook on the server or whatever. And the game takes out that element. So you can just focus on crafting and gathering resources and becoming the best cook on your server. It's really cool. So very, very exciting to see that. Yeah, no, Sylvie, I'm so glad that they're bringing it to Switch so people who are not updated on latest computers and things like that. Although it's pretty easy, honestly, on most computers. There's people with some pretty outdated ones that have said that it runs pretty well even at medium graphics and stuff like that. But yeah, the servers are currently down. They're working on getting them back up online and everything like that. But yeah, this is just a cozy life sim that happens to be an MMO. You can romance NPCs. If you don't want to romance them, you can be completely platonic with them. It's made by this really inclusive dev team that I was talking about. Even though it's a fantasy setting, any of the influences that involve BIPOC or LGBTQ plus sort of marginalized influences and cultures, they're being very sensitive about that. I got some stuff to share about that as well. What I managed to get through before servers went down was so cute. Yeah, already crushing on NPCs for sure. Absolutely. Very cozy for what little I played. Yes, I'm so glad that some of you got those codes. But here's the thing is, if you didn't see this over on the Discord, or if you're not a part of the Discord, let me put myself on screen too. Oh my god, I'm not even here yet. Hello, hi. There is, or was a batch of codes up on the Discord that as a Palia partner, as someone who's officially partnered with Palia, I was able to hand out 25 codes to the community. They got snatched up pretty quick, especially once people started paying attention to the instructions I gave over there. And people have been able to access it for a little bit before they had to start doing the hotfix on the servers here tonight. But I'm so happy some people got to try it out, because I've only gotten to talk. I got to show you guys the trailers last night. I've gotten to talk about it a little bit pre-embargo, but very limited. But now that the embargo's lifted, I can geek out about this a lot more. Very excited about it. Listen, Andy Chris Bear, it wasn't a shot at you, I promise. There's a many people who kept trying to put in the codes in the referral link section, and I will admit that website, it's very bare bones at the moment. It's kind of clunky, but yeah, once we figured out what the issue was, everyone was getting their codes in. I was really happy about that. Very glad to know that some people were able to get in. That said, there will be an open beta coming up, I believe, later this month, and before that open beta happens, they might be doing another wave of closed beta codes. No guarantee on that, because the team is constantly evaluating just like the traffic that they're getting and all the feedback that they're getting, etc. We collectively have one brain cell. Listen, yes, we are way too LGBTQ plus in this community to know how to read. The accusations that we are illiterate in this community, we're not fighting those very well at the moment, for sure. Brian expecting people who skip tutorials to read directions. That's so true, though. That is very true, okay? Hello, Brian's face, just not the disembodied voice. Listen, I've had a day and a half, so I'm like very distracted tonight. If I am just all over the place, you already know that's the way it is with the ADHD. That's just the way that it happens. But yes, also, Mavis, I saw you said it's my pink era. It's true. This is a shirt Konami sent me this. Official Yu-Gi-Oh! You want to see who's on the back? Oh my god. We got some Dark Magician Girl, my favorite freaking card and character from Yu-Gi-Oh! You're just like Barbie. Thank you. It's a dream. We're the alphabet? That's so true. The Alphabet Mafia, listen, they just know how to identify letters. They don't know actually how to read and put them together, you know? But yeah, we got some Dark Magician Girl on the back. Isn't that great? I freaking love this shirt. Thank you to Konami for sending this. That's an unexpected shout out for tonight. But yeah, if you guys haven't checked out Palia, we'll watch the cinematic trailer together since the servers are still down. So let me get that booted up. But I'm really excited to showcase this game. I've gotten to take part in the alpha testing, the early access stuff, pretty much everything that they've done that has allowed me to just experience so much of this. And even though the beta's having some issues, I will let you know, as someone who got to test out the alpha build of this game, it is in a much better, more stable spot than things were in those very early servers. But I've been playing this game for months now, technically. Very excited. I got all my progress wiped, the same as the rest of you, though, so I'm not starting off with any benefits except knowing some of the stuff coming up later in the game. I have to start a brand new character just like the rest of you. So I'm excited, though. I'm excited to like get a fresh slate, jump in again. 100% with ADHD. I get it. My partner and I poke fun at each other for the ADHD brain. Yeah, it is what it is, right? It's just the way the things have to be sometimes. But yeah, I'm so excited to show more of this game off. Whenever servers get up, this is going to be a very big hyperfixation game for me on this channel. I've been just chomping at the bit to be able to like explain anything that's gone on, because like I said, as a partner, I've gotten to talk to the devs directly. I've gotten to give my input for some things. I recently was giving them feedback about accessibility things that I'd like them to add, especially as like a colorblind person, and then like other types of things like that. Some stuff involving some of the cosmetics, things like that are all being considered by the team. They want player feedback. They're very receptive to it. They want this to be the most cozy, best game that's ever hit the market in this genre. And they are like determined to make sure that people feel included in the development of that. That's why they're releasing this as a beta right now. I'm really, really grateful, though, that they have a lot of communication going on their side, and All I'm going to say is I hope that the suggestions that they wrote down from me get implemented into the game. We'll talk about those a little bit more here as the stream goes on, though. Glad they're trying to ease into it a little. Yeah, they're pacing themselves very well. They're not like a huge team. So the fact that they have a live service MMO style game ready to go even in the state that it's in right now is incredibly impressive. I have really good chicken nuggets today. Yo, I had some delicious chicken nuggets. I made a chicken nugget garlic naan sandwich last night for a snack after stream. It was so good. Really hoping for tattoos, piercings, and more character slots. Yeah, so those are all things that we have, as partners, recommended that they add. So they are working on a lot of stuff. No guarantees that this stuff gets added, but they are at the very least noting down what we are basically asking for. But yeah. Clever girl, hello, hi, welcome to the stream. I'm reheating McDonald's fries in my air fryer. That's the GOAT move right there, Vintage. Like, the air fryer reheats, like, fast food stuff, especially fries, so well. Sounds amazing. Yeah, as it's a great development cycle. So, yeah. Much better chilling here, waiting for servers to come back than Discord. So much. QQ, way better vibes and info here. Yeah, no, it's one of those things. I get that people are frustrated that servers are down, but this is day one of a beta. If this was a Blizzard game, for instance, like, the servers, you'd be like 20,000th in the queue waiting for servers to come back up after like 19 hours. So, you know, this is an okay launch. People have actually got some time on the servers. But I hope that people are, you know, remaining vigilant, remaining patient, etc. We'll have a good time. Like I said, I'm going to show off the cinematic trailer. If you haven't seen it yet, it is lovely. Even if you have seen it already, God, it's worth a rewatch. It's beautiful, the work that they're doing. Been making spicy yakisoba with QP mayo and gochujang for my midnight snack. That sounds good, actually. Work made me miss the codes, Kia. I'm so sorry. Like I was explaining a moment ago, open beta should be starting sometime very soon, I believe later this month. So that means that anyone who signs up on palia.com, if you want to use the palia command, you can sign up for the beta whenever it goes to open beta. And they may or may not, the team is evaluating whether or not they're going to do another wave of closed beta codes before then. But it is so soon with the open beta, at least based on the roadmap that they've revealed so far, that it might not even be necessary that they do that. So we'll see. Yeah. August 10th for open beta. Exactly. So we only have like a week for people to wait until this is available to everybody. So I recommend just knowing the amount of attention this game is already getting and just knowing the number of people signing up for it. Because again, I have a little bit of insider info and insight. Sign up now for open beta. Even if you think that you might get a closed beta key, sign up for open beta now. It will help you have priority as far as getting into the servers whenever those open for open beta. I've been a part of many of the alphas and betas. It's normal for the game servers to go down for the devs to do maintenance. Exactly. Yep. I've been doing content creation for 10 years now, over 10 years. So the number of alphas, betas, early access builds that I've been a part of, and not just this company, but every company, you know, having to do maintenance. This is pretty typical, especially for a big live service game like this. So no one should panic. I know it's one of those things where, like, yes, I can't wait for this to start. I'm so excited. Like, it's okay. Deep breaths. We're going to get through it together. I haven't even gotten to play the closed beta yet. I haven't gotten to make my beta character yet. My server slam stress test character was wiped with the rest of the early access stuff. So, like, it just is what it is. I know I mentioned it last night, but definitely also hoping for some bigger body sizes, disability-inclusive options, and character models and NPCs. Maddie, I'll let you know that we've already talked about that stuff in the partner server. I wasn't able to share much about this last night because of embargo stuff. But stuff like different size bodies, lots of different types of body representation, etc., is something that has been discussed. Also with cosmetics, you know, like I said, now that we have a few more people in here, they no guarantees these things happen, but they are jotting these things down. I personally, for no selfish reason of my own, no, this is not self-serving at all, obviously, I was like, it'd be kind of cool to see some more, like, ethnically inspired clothes, and I was like, as a Korean person, it would be kind of neat if maybe you guys added some like hanbok, like traditional Korean clothes options to some of the cosmetics, whether those are the paid for cosmetics or the free cosmetics. You know, it would be kind of neat. But that is something that they were like, we are going to jot this down. So fingers crossed, fingers crossed that they're going to be able to do that. I want to be short, 5 foot short. I mean, they might add some height, sliders and things like that. Again, this is very early access stuff. This is still a beta. They have lots of time to rework a lot of the stuff. And they have made it very, very, very clear that they plan on this beta, being one of those things that allows them to develop more features for the game, make sure that this is truly a community-based game, that the community giving feedback, they're the ones playing it, so they get what they want kind of thing. We talked a little bit about EA and The Sims last night being sort of the inverse of that, where you get the sense that the devs and the publishers probably don't even play their own game based on the fact that they never listen to player feedback. And again, I'm sorry to The Sims because you're catching strays. I still love that franchise. I still have a blast with it, even though you guys have watched me suck at that game. But this is a game that they're trying to start ground floor with community feedback and everything like that. So very excited for it. Very, very excited for it. Really like Palia so far. Yeah, I'm glad to hear it because, again, I've gotten to play this for a while. I want to be a 3-6 like Among Us Bean. No, Mavis. We can't have people who look like toddlers running around because then other people are going to accidentally kick them or something, right? You're on so early? I am. If you missed, I see a lot of people asking why I'm on so early, which goes to show that what I was accusing Chad of last night of you guys being literally the laziest community on the entire internet to be true, because everyone pinged you on Discord as to why things are happening the way that they're happening. Did nobody read the giant announcement I made? Good God. I tried to make the instructions for getting the beta keys as easy as possible. I tried to tell people what was going on. Last night I prompted you. Today I prompted you. What's going on, Chad? Am I not important enough anymore? Should I rename these to just be social points instead of parasocial points? Where's my parasocial attention? What's going on? You're supposed to hang on everywhere. When I drop merch, you're supposed to sell that out immediately. What's going on here? Am I not enough of a Scrunkly Scrimblow? Am I not enough of a Blorbo? When's my spotlight? When do I get to have the acclaim and the attention that Markiplier has? When can I be the Germa? When's my time in the spotlight?
Likes her because she's
Get cat ears? Oh, you have not been around for a while because I literally have
Mommy?
those.
Sorry. Mommy? Sorry. Mommy? Sorry.
Generic Glittergoth knows.
Sorry.
There's the mommy. There we go. Alexis has started. Thank you for the 2 freaking years. Actually, 4 years officially. What the heck? Really? Oh my God. Well, hey, congrats on another Jolteon badge that's silver. Oh my God. Can we please get some hype and some pride in the chat for that? Thank you very, very much. You're like a Tupperware pal that I put in Tupperware. What does that mean? Please don't store me in Tupperware. They're airtight. I'll fucking die. Calling out Mark again. He's the easiest target in the world. Wait. Listen, it's not my fault that, again, you're part of the problem of making this the laziest community on the internet and that you didn't pay enough attention to things that went on in this community. Unbelievable. If I were a cat, I'd be a brown classic. Why would... No, stop, Maddie! You're in the conversation from 24 hours ago. What is going on? Oh, my God. What's happening here? Speaking of Mark, I was watching one of his videos earlier, and he said something where I was just like, yeah, and that's why he, Ethan, Brian are friends. They pass around one brain cell. Listen, I wish that you guys could have been a fly on the wall the night that he came over to Ethan's house last time we visited LA and tried to teach me how to play the game Nemesis, which is a tabletop game that has a lot of rule sets. Oh my God. He was like, you guys are going to have so much fun. We're going to get to improv and oh boy, it's going to be so good. And then I was just like, I need you to repeat the entire rule set that you just explained because what the fuck is your technical brain trying to, like, bullet pointing, like, all these things. I have ADHD brain, dude. I'm not going to remember half of these things. It was wild. I'm the cat that couldn't be herded. Yeah, listen, all I gotta say is you're lucky you got people shooting for you in the community, because those codes went quick. Oh my god. Mark is such a dad. You know what's so funny? I'm older than Mark. And there are moments where I feel that way too. He said something and it just immediately sounded like something you would say. I don't even remember what it was, but I just stopped what I was doing and just went, big Girbeagly moment. Listen, was I not last night going on the rant about, like, listen, some people play Powerwash Simulator, but I want everyone to remember I'm the one who started playing Powerwash Simulator first. Good God. You're a baby girl? Chad, am I a very baby girl? Am I very girly pop today? I'm in pink. He seems like a cribbage enjoyer. I don't know where you got that from, but maybe he might be into cribbage. I don't know. I've never asked him. Oh, boy. Thank you very, very much, Digital Space, for the 4-month resub. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you for sticking around that long. Whole third of a freaking year. Hey, Brian, I watched your Hungry Games VOD. I pasted the sequence. I analyzed the whole thing. Wait, what? Oh, my God. Well, thank you for enjoying that. I'm really happy that people enjoyed the Hungry Games through Neat Dude. That was like a really cool way to raise a lot of money for a really good LGBTQ plus cause. I love taking part in those events. Mark would enjoy Euchre. Hey, don't shit on Euchre. I enjoy Euchre. I'm pretty sure Mark does actually enjoy Euchre. I'm pretty sure that's something he's revealed before. So, you're like a baby girl Barbie. Oh my gosh, thank you. I joined you in the 30 tier earlier that year, and I must say that it was way easier than I thought. Wait, the 30 tier? Oh, do you mean like your like age? Because you're old? Wait, what? Euchre's not for old people. Euchre is a game that is a timeless classic for a reason. No, it's existed forever. Okay? Summer's Day. Oh my god. Thank you so much for using your Prime here. Thank you. Enjoy the emotes, enjoy the sub badge, and enjoy a month of ad-free viewing. That's really kind of you to join us here. Oh, and thank you for the Hype Train kickoff. What the heck? In case you were curious, you finished 9th overall in the second. Oh, okay, I was right about that then, chat, because I was saying I think I finished 9th. In the second part, lasted 2 hours, 27 minutes, 23 seconds. That's not bad for how aggressively Nandre was hunting down me and the group of people that I was in that. Oh my gosh. Am old? Are you saying you're old, Nare, or are you saying that that Euchre is old, or I am old? I need context here. My grandma literally runs a euchre tournament every week at the brewery in town. Yeah, because grandma's got taste, okay? Grandma said, my age isn't going to be my limitation. I'm going to be popping off into the old age, you know? I'm going to be hosting these fun game nights for my pals, you know? I'm not going to be screen addicted like these Zoomers, where we require constant stimulation on multiple screens. I should honestly, I should normally just have like half the screen dedicated to Subway Surfers, you know? Nare is old, Brian is old. Excuse me. Oh my god. Digital Space, what the heck? Thank you so much for gifting a sub to J Rose. Jay, enjoy the emotes, enjoy the sub badge. Oh my god, make sure that you're saying thank you to Digital Space. That was really nice. Thank you. Nandre's laugh actually haunted me while I went to sleep. Yeah, Nandre has the villain laugh down so well. The like, I can't even do it, dude. He like, my throat would explode if I like went to like the full like evil level that he's at. It's wild, the commitment. Funny train number go. Thank you for getting us to Hype Train level 2. Oh my god. I DM'd my first D&D session the other night. Yo, that's so fun. I've never actually DM'd anything, but like I always feel like DMs have the hardest job in the world and the most fun job in the world. This guy in my town rents out an entire bar every Tuesday to play bingo with his friends. That's a legend right there. That's actually cool. My brain is not going to work today. Work was long and stressful today. I'm sorry that it was so stressful. My brain is also not working, though, so we're just in it together. We're all in this together. Please do not call me out like that. Sarah has proof of how many times I have had 3 things on at the same time. I'm not calling... Listen, I'm calling out no one in specific, Max. This is the whole generation. I'm going to get on my old person soapbox here for a second and go, you goddamn Zoomers. Oh my god, I'm still at the point where I'm like, it's amazing I have a computer in my pocket that is more powerful than any computer that I grew up inside of the screen of, because as you all know, I only exist when the screen is on, when the camera's on. But this is more powerful than any computer that I grew up with, and I can access anything in the world on it. I can Google facts that I want to learn. I can go on Wikipedia if I want to. I can read books on this thing. I can play video games on it. I can watch whole-ass movies and TV shows. Like, what the hell, dude? That's amazing. And some of you who grew up with advanced internet are now like, you know what would be cool? Even though there's this really engaging thing that I'm watching right now with lots of stimulation, lots of audio, music in the background, a person talking directly to the chat, and a video game being played, I also need to be playing Subway Surfers on the other screen and watching a Netflix movie all at the same time. I'm a different type of person where I'm very neurodivergent. But the opposite way of some of you, where if I'm overstimulated, if there's too much going on, I freak out. I sometimes walk into Walmart for 5 minutes. I'm like, I really need to buy this thing at Walmart right now. Like, I need paper towel or like, I don't have anything to clean up, like, the kitchen with. I'm in Walmart. There's, like, a bunch of, like, cart sounds and, like, kids crying and, like, people, like, yelling and stuff like that. People getting way too close to me. I go, I gotta peace out. It's been 5 minutes in here. I'm gonna, like, have a panic attack. I gotta go. So, those of you who do that, like, good God, holy cow. Different brains, though. Our brains all operate independently, separately. I hope that tonight's stream, though, once the game especially gets going, is enough that you can enjoy, you can pay attention, you have enough stimulation going on inside of your brain, inside of the electrical impulses shooting across the surface of your folds. That would be nice, right? Walmart L versus the Chad Target. Listen, Target even freaks me out. I mean, I was just using Walmart as a placeholder. Like, that just anytime I go into a store and there's, like, too much, the lights are too fluorescent sometimes, I'm like, I am getting sensory overload. It's time to go curl up into a neurodivergent ball and just not grocery shop today. Jeez, Brittany's, what's up? Hello, hi. You have that type of ADHD, got it? Yeah, there's that, and then I have, other sensory issues and things, so it just is what it is. Completely shut down when I'm overwhelmed? Yeah, I'm the same way. So those of you who are like, no, I need that amount of hyperstimulation to just even be present and not dissociate, I'm like, I don't know how the fuck you do that, because, like, my natural instinct is the same thing. I just completely dissociate, and I'm like, I'm not having a good time. I gotta go, Like, it's a whole reason I don't even go to, like, house parties that often anymore. It's like, you gotta scream over someone's, like, bad playlist. They normally have, like, a movie or something on, like, their big screen TV, blaring audio and all sorts of, like, moving colors. And then people are just, like, yelling, like, what did you say? And I'm like, I can't do this. I'm gonna fucking die, bro. For me, as long as it's controlled stimulus, it's fine, but in public is hell. Oh, yeah, absolutely. No, same. It also depends on the things going on. Like, I can multitask and watch some things while doing something else, but that's dependent on if I watched it before or not. That's fair, too. Familiarity is definitely a big thing, Brookie. But also, like, every now and then, like, Morgan and I will watch, like, we're brute forcing our way through Supernatural right now, right? And it's one of those shows where I can mainly pay attention and know what's going on, but I'm still playing Steam Deck at the same time. That's my TikTok with Subway Surfers and then someone listing off facts about the atomic bomb, like, on TikTok. Like, that's just, like, how it is. Target just freaks me out because the layout confuses me. I know where things are in Walmart because I'm there so often. Again, that was just a placeholder, but I also kind of agree on that. But it's one of those things where, like, I 100% understand why some people's brains are wired that way. It's just not for me. That's why I'm always like, are you guys sure you're typing in the right chat every now and then? Because someone will, like, start talking about something that I'm like, I don't know entirely where this conversation came from. I love being surrounded by friends, but we all have to be sitting and it needs to be dark. I like a nice low mood lighting every now and then. I like I like cozy string lights and stuff like that. That's nice for me. Someone's like lo-fi playlist going on in the background. Someone's put like lo-fi girl on like the TV, Every time you say Subway Surfers, I think of Butthole Surfers. Those are two very different things. And you're definitely that comment you made earlier in Array about you being old, you're showing it. Subway Surfers is rad as hell, okay? It's fun. I'm not going to dunk on Subway Surfers because I've definitely fallen into a Subway Surfers hyperfixation before where it's the only mobile game that I played for like a month straight. So, I love LED and string lights. Yeah, that's very cozy. It's very, very fun. Love a good parallel play section. See, that I get. I understand. Like, when I'm playing Stardew and people are like, Brian, I'm working on my own Stardew farm, or I'm playing, like, Minecraft and people are doing that, totally understand that. But the people who are like, hey, I got your stream up and, like, 3 other streams, and I'm watching a Netflix movie, and I'm blasting my metal playlist at top volume, and I'm also drawing on my iPad, I'm like, we're not from the same planet. We're not. I'm not insulting you. We're just literally 2 different species. Like, I can't imagine doing, I would puke in my mouth, like, and choke on it. Like, that, it would be awful. I used to play Subway Surfers a lot, too. It's fun. It's genuinely fun, though. It's actually kind of a fun game. It was my mobile main in middle school. See, you damn kids, and you were raised in the overstimulation incubation chamber. Me? I didn't even have games on my phone growing up. We didn't even have, like, screens. It just showed, like, what number you typed into text. That was it. Guys, I have to share that I'm wearing a really cute outfit right now. I was in my PJs all day and it was lovely, but then I put on an easy but cute fit. Hell yeah, Beans, honestly. So that's why I added the Today's Drip chat room on the Discord. Is if people are like, yo, I'm feeling the fit that I'm in right now, drop that in the Discord. We love seeing that. If you feel comfortable, obviously. You know? So, yeah, that's too many slices. Yeah, absolutely. Shira, hello. What's all this about species? I'm just built different. That's all I'm saying. You know how it is. Hi, besties and enemies. Oh, my God. You know your core demographic here, Shira, for sure. Also, I don't know if anyone knows if they have any updates about Palia servers being back up, but I'm going to at least show you guys the cinematic trailer here. First, we are going to do good news, though, because I feel like any stream, even bonus streams like this, deserve a good bit of good news. If you guys have any good news, feel free to share it in the chat as long as it's something we can all comfortably enjoy together. It doesn't have to be anything big, as long as it's something that you are proud of. You know? It can be like, hey, I haven't made my bed in like a week, but I made it today. Love hearing those types of things. Eyes emoji, watch me be in there every damn day. Listen, we have some people who post there a lot, and I love seeing it. It's what it's there for. I always get people who are like, I'm so sorry if I'm, like, spamming. And I'm like, none of you are spamming. Like, we have, like, probably one of the chillest Discords on the entire internet. I actually really like it. Sometimes it's a little bit too chill. Thus, you lazies out there, I'm calling you out. I try to keep up to date with people on the Discord. I'm in there. I'm bopping around. So, get involved with the community. I want to see more people get involved with the community this year. I want people to have fun. I have 2 scholarships now. Yo, Jube, that's amazing. Congrats. That's so cool. That's incredibly impressive. Less than a month till I move to university, and then I'll be in a better time zone to catch your streams. Proxima, it will be nice to have you around. That's wonderful. Good news, Clark is sitting next to me. And also, I hope that the move to university goes really well. Clark's sitting next to me. I'm terrorizing them and also dyeing their hair. Clark, I hope that your hair comes out looking amazing. Despite anything that Shira's saying probably to you right now, like, I'm going to eat your hair like spaghetti, or I don't know what Shira says these days. I gotta be around more. You know what? All it is stop turning off my @everyone pings. Cowards. I know some of you have done it. I know some of you have muted the server. I know some of you have turned off @everyone pings in my server. You're cowards. Change your ways now. Help? Oh my God, Clark, help is on the way. It's like the Mrs. Doubtfire line. Help is on the way, dear. Help is on the way. I don't know who's actually going to come and help, but I'm sure someone out there is putting so much poison in their hair. I believe that, actually. I hope it's the kind that absorbs through the scalp. Not me being like, I have you up watching the download bar on the phone with my boyfriend. Listen, all I brought that up for was that we all have a difference in opinion of what's too many stimuli. You are allowed to operate the way that you want to. Live the life that you want to live, okay? Not the goodest news, but I hit a deer on the way to work the other night and ended up totally. Oh my God, no, Alexis, that's terrible. Everyone's getting into accidents lately in their cars. What's going on? The kind of good news is that I don't have to worry about getting an oil change or finding a mechanic to fix it. Oh my God, Alexis, I'm so sorry to hear that happened. I don't have them off. I'm just a little guy who gets a million notifications a day. Okay, not all of us can be popular, all right? For those who didn't see earlier, my job interview went really well. My mom knows one of the managers, and they said they liked me a lot. I'll know if I get it by the end of the week. Maddie, that's amazing news. My good news is Palia. Thank you again for giving out codes. And Maddie's job interview that went well. I really hope she gets it. Oh, I love that. I love seeing sibling support. Amanda, hello, hi. Welcome to the stream. Hi, welcome on in. We're doing good news real quick. And we're going to watch the Palia cinematic trailer. And then I'm keeping an eye on the Palia Discord to see when the servers go back up. Because I want to play the game, but the servers went down for maintenance. Good news, my classroom will finally be opening with the school year, and my co-2 is a teacher I know I get along with. I might be able to pick up the opening instead of closing shift, so I for sure will not be in late night gang. Oh no! I'm so ready to teach in the way I want to and not trying to do what other teachers do in their classes. Well, Max, I'm hoping to have more earlier streams like this. This is just a bit of a bonus guy, but like, hopefully there'll be some in your time zone. In the meantime, you always got VODs. But I'm glad that you're getting on a shift that you're excited for and getting into a work situation that you're excited for. You know? I'm so very popular. You know me, Brian. I know. That's why I said it. We did the twins speak at the same time thing. Oh my God, the mind meld the twins have. It's unreal to witness in real time. Incredible. Anyway, chat. Keep sharing your good news if you'd like to. There's no limit on good news. If you got multiple good newses, feel free to drop them in the chat as well. Some of you have not seen this trailer. I did retweet it earlier today, or re-X it, whatever the hell people are calling these now. I'm always going to call them tweets. Fuck what Elon wants. He's a wiener. But we're going to watch the cinematic trailer, and hopefully people get even more excited for this game. Hopefully servers will be up tonight, so you guys get more time hanging out in this like truly lush and beautiful world. Good news, I went out and got a very important genetics test today. I've been waiting for nearly 3 years. Regardless of the results, I'm finally getting diagnosed. I love hearing that people are able to like take care of themselves. Like anytime someone takes the step to like find out more about themselves, whether it's health related, mental health related, we celebrate those as wins here. That's amazing, Sylvie. Opening shift means I will be waking up at 5 a.m. Oh my God, Max, yeah. Oh boy, I remember those days. Good news, I have my piercing appointment this weekend, and I've had a really good day today. I even cooked breakfast. Yo! So glad that you're taking care of you with some good foods. Excellent, and I hope that the piercing goes well. That's so good. We have a lot of people getting tattoos and piercings in the community recently. I think it's rad. My good news is just that I have a kitten now. No, that's good news forever. I love that so much. That's so cute. I'm doing a secret project, currently 50% complete. Heck yeah, love hearing that. Yeah, ew, the muskrat. So true, chaotic. Ugh, ruining everything. It's putting a lot of yuck in people's yum. Fish and Cats, good to see you. Hello, it's nice to have you here. Welcome on in. We're about to load up the Palia cinematic trailer that dropped earlier today with the announcement of the closed beta. So excited. So excited. All right. Give me 1 second here, chat. I'm going to get it all booted up. We're going to watch this together. It is 2.5 minutes long, and we can talk about more things Palia. You guys got questions about the game? I will answer what I can answer that's not under NDA. And we'll collectively hype each other up until we're all able to play this again. Okie dokums. Why did that not pop up on the screen? I love technology. There we go. Current shift is 9 to 5:30, so I get home around 6:15. I have some more afternoon time to actually do things at home. That's great to hear, Max. That's wonderful to hear. All right. We got some fun stuff going on here with this trailer. Showtime. It's so pretty. The music is also amazing in this game. I also love the lore and the like history of this game. It's very cool. Pointy ears. Yeah, so I'll explain a little bit more as to what's going on when this is over. This character walking across the bridge is one of my favorite characters. He's so cool. Look at that guy. He's a big robo. Yo, Antichrist Bear, can't wait to see. This is like a Disney Pixar movie. So cute. Oh no! Hot Daddler. There are so many hot characters in this game. Bree, I don't think you stuck around late enough last night to see the actual dad of this game. Ashura. This character is also amazing. They're fantastic. Got super sick? Oh no.
I'll get him.
They are hot.
Come here, you.
Hope everyone saved up enough points for awoogas. This is so cute, right?
Lovely. Wow.
There it is. I only awooga you. Okay, that's fair though. As a queen, I must sit upon my throne. I only. Why? Okay. That is very fair. Out of context, that's probably the most insane thing that's ever been written in my chat. Oh my god. All right, so that was the trailer. I love that trailer. I'm so happy. Like, I mean, this character design is peak. One of the things I will let you know that they're talking about that they don't currently have is facial hair in the game. So they are considering adding that. Yeah. And Onward Dad, he pretty much. Two sides of the spectrum. By the way, so the reason that all the characters have like pointy ears and like sort of non-human features, like weird skin and things like that, is no one in this universe is a human. Humans are actually the player character, and you learn this like within the first like 30 seconds of the game. But basically, you are thought to have been an extinct species. You can learn all this on the website as well. So again, this isn't spoilers or anything. So it is a big surprise to this world that you, a human, are appearing, which is kind of cool. Will there be any beta code giveaways? I'm so sorry to tell you, Ms. Exquisite, we already gave away all of our beta keys here for this community. The vibes of that game are just so great. Yeah, it's amazing. It's really, really cool. There might be more beta key giveaways if Singularity 6, the devs, decide to do another wave through partners, but we already gave them away on our Discord. I actually was reading about this a while ago. I'm very hyped. Yeah, so this game was announced a long time ago, and then it sort of like went silent, and people weren't really sure what was going on. I will let you know, as someone who's part of the partner program, I knew a lot of what was going on. I just was not allowed to share much of it. But I did explain that with this, you know, they are very, very open to player feedback. So things like, even I made like a joke comment where it's like, it'd be kind of cool if you added like Korean-inspired like hanbok, like traditional Korean hanbok outfits. And they were like, we're going to note that down and we'll think about it. Stuff like that is really cool. I mentioned an accessibility feature that I would love for them to add. And they were like, yeah, we'll get on that. I think that would be a really good thing to add. So it's pretty cool. It's very, very beautiful. And again, the idea of it was 100% like built from the ground up with inclusivity in mind, even though this is a fictional universe. Again, LGBTQ+, BIPOC, marginalized people of all walks of life, their individual representations, and making sure that things aren't exploited or appropriated is a huge, huge, huge aspect of this game, and the dev team as well. We watched part of the their announcement stream that they had done where they were like showing off the gameplay. Every dev had like their pronoun tag on. It's just cool to see that kind of thing. It's like very simple, like bare minimum representation, but something that they're normalizing. So I love that, and they're very devoted to making sure that this is like a very, very, very like kind community where people are being removed if they are showing that they can't be so. So I love that. A game for us, by us. Yeah, pretty much. I signed up for their emails when I first heard about it a year or so ago. Yes, and again, those of you who missed the beta keys that were over on the Discord server, if you use the palia command, it will link you to palia.com. Sign up for the beta because the open beta is going to be dropping August 10th, so in roughly a week. And if you're signed up earlier, you'll have a higher shot of getting into that open beta. Which will be very, very good. So if you didn't get a closed beta key today over on the Discord, definitely go do that. Highly recommended. And again, because this is a beta, it's kind of clunky. There's definitely, like, obviously server issues going on right now. We're waiting for the servers to go back online. But in the meantime, you know, we'll talk a little bit about the game. We'll catch up and just vibe as we always do. The developers have been very communicative during my time in earlier phases. Yeah, hey, what's up, Pete, by the way? Hello, hi, how you doing? Good to see you here. Yeah, as a partner, I've gotten to take part in a bunch of the alpha tests, the stress tests, give a lot of direct feedback, talk directly to the marketing team, the devs, the publishers, etc. So that's been really wonderful to know. And like I said, I've been doing content for over 10 years now. I've gotten to talk to so many different dev teams. I've gotten to talk to so many like publishing teams over the years. Being able to get the amount of feedback that I get from them has been amazing. It's been fantastic. I love it. Very, very happy. Yeah, thank you again for the keys. Absolutely. Yo, what's up, Guy? Thank you so much for the raid. Beaver raid. Hello. Hi. Welcome on in, Raiders. Hello, hello. How was your stream, dude? How did things go today? I hope that you had a good one. Thank you for sharing your community here with us today. Hi. We're talking about Palia a little bit while the servers are down. It's a brand new cozy life sim MMO by Singularity 6. The closed beta just dropped today. As a partner, I've gotten to be a part of all of their early testing, which is really, really cool. And yes, please go follow Guy if you don't already. How's Palia? The early tests that I've done were fantastic. I have not even gotten to play the beta yet because they're in the middle of some maintenance on the servers, which is understandable. Day one of the closed beta. Still a smoother onboarding process than anything I've ever been a part of with Blizzard. So, but if you're brand new here, that is the wrong screen. If you are brand new here, hello, hi, welcome to the stream. My name is Brian, aka Girbeagly. I'm a Korean-American full-time Twitch partner, voice actor, YouTuber, etc. I do a little bit of everything. I open up Pokemon cards. I do some cosplay. I play everything from AAA games down to indies. We just keep it cool, kind, and casual over here. So if you want to follow and join in for future streams as well, thank you so much for helping my humble little community grow. If you don't, that's okay too. You know, there's like thousands of people streaming right now, and you're not going to vibe with everybody's energy. So I'm not going to take that personally. But thank you for joining on in. Raid speech. Yep, the raid speech in its full glory, chat. So, can I still make my character without the servers being up? I don't believe so, J-Rose. I only created my character and then logged out to eat, so I haven't seen much gameplay yet. I'm excited. I'm so excited. Again, we just watched the cinematic trailer, but I'll show off the beta trailer that they put out the other day as well. With the Eevee. Yeah, Eevee's my favorite Pokemon. So you'll see a lot of Eevee here. Jolteon is what you become once you've been here for a year. And that's why our sub badges are the way that they are. Very, very fun stuff, though. But yeah, Eevee's my favorite Pokemon. So you're going to see, that's why I got Sylveon and Jolteon behind me. But yeah, we'll load up the beta trailer again. I know we watched this last night, but
no, why would I get fat?
I want to make sure that people are able to see sort of some of the upcoming gameplay. Naray, what the heck? Thank you so much for gifting a sub to Fuzzy Chicken. Fuzzy Chicken, enjoy the emotes, the sub badge, and that Eevee badge, and a month of ad-free viewing. Thank you so much for being a part of the community here. And thank you, Naray, for your kindness. What the heck? Everyone's been so kind lately. I'm so excited to show off this game. I'm kind of bummed that the servers are down. But again, day one, closed beta. Things are only going to get smoother and better as things go on with this game. And with the amount of player feedback that they're taking into account, I have full faith in this dev team, for sure. Thank you again for getting me for my Jolteon badge. Oh, yeah, I'm so glad to see people with Jolteon badges who have stuck around for a while. Speaking of, Corey, what's up? Hello, good to see you here. Hello, hello. All right. And those of you who don't know, I am an official Palia partner, so I, again, have a lot of, like, behind-the-scenes stuff, which is really cool. I've been very honored to be part of this, this partner program. I can only answer questions that are not under NDA, but if you do have questions about the game, I'll do my best to answer those or poke, like... I can't really, like, speak on behalf of the dev team, but, like, if it's something that, like, a lot of people have concerns about, I can always try to bring it to them. No guarantees that it will result in anything, but, you know, it is part of me being a... Hey, what the heck?
Look at all those chickens.
What the heck? Thank you so very much. Brittany, thank you so much for the $5. Can we get some hype and some pride spam in the chat for that? That was really nice. Thank you, thank you. Fuzzy Chicken, that's the same reason that I love Eevee. Eevee to me, for those of you who don't know, is a one of the original 151 Pokemon that came out. And Eevee, the whole idea of it was it has a unique genetic makeup where it starts as an Eevee, and then depending on the conditions it's under, it can evolve into a number of different evolutions. It has the highest number of evolutions of any of the Pokemon out there. It can turn into, you know, Jolteon, Sylveon, Espeon, any of those, Umbreon. And it's really cool because to me, even when I was a young kid, it sort of showed off that, you know, we all start off kind of like Eevee. And then our future can lead us in any number of different directions. Like, there's, like, limitless potential there. There's so many factors that happen in life that allow us to change and turn into other things. And I love that so much about Eevee. So that is why Eevee's always been my favorite. It's always represented something more than just a little fun creature in a creature game. So that's why the sort of the backstory as to why Eevee's around so often. And you guys know I'm a Pokemon freak. I mean, Pokemon literally sponsors some of our streams. So, you know, it is what it is. But I'm going to go ahead. I am going to put on the beta trailer. This is so fun. This gets you a little bit of a better idea of what the gameplay looks like if you've never seen this. By the way, this game is only currently in beta state available on the PC. And then I believe that it's just going to go to Switch as of right now is the only plans that they currently actively have publicly announced. But Palia will eventually be available, I believe, during the holiday season this year. At least that's the roadmap that they're currently planning to move to the Switch as well. And another thing that's going to be really cool about this game is it will be free to play. The only thing that you can pay for are the cosmetics in the game. If you want, like, premium outfits. But there's a lot of unlockable outfits in the game. There's craftable outfits, things like that. So you're still going to be able to get a lot of cool cosmetics just playing the game for free. But if you want, like, the super special sets, they're going to release some that you can buy with in-game or with premium currency as well. But that's the only thing that they're going to be charging for, which is really cool. Naray, what the heck? Thank you so much for a gifted sub to Chaotic. Chaotic, enjoy the emotes and the sub edge. What the heck? What is with this burst of generosity? Everyone's been so nice lately. I really appreciate that a lot, Naray. Thank you. Oh, my God. Thank you so, so much. Anyway, here you go. Movie time. Any Crestbear. Yeah, no, during the early tests, they were like, the nice thing was they were like, if you spend money during, like, the stress tests and the alpha tests on the premium shop, we will refund you your money because it's obviously not the full build of the game yet. So for those ones, a lot of people went crazy spending money and buying, like, a ton of the outfits, and then they got full refunds when they did the server data wipe. So that was kind of a nice thing so that, like, people got to try all that stuff out. I have some pretty cool news. My brother's fiance is pregnant, and they both said I can teach the child to call me Nini, long I instead of Aunt. Oh, that's so cute. I love that. That's very, very nice. Love hearing that. Congratulations to your family, by the way, Corey. Also, that's pretty much what my character looked like when I was playing the, like the stress test earlier. There's the mining. There's the lumber chopping. Some of the shopkeepers and other NPCs you can interact with. A lot of diversity in the hairstyles and the skin tones in this game. As you can see, it's really awesome and inclusive. That character, fantastic. Is true, genuinely fantastic. Also, none of the clothing is gender locked. There's no like gender in there. It's just body type. Yeah, Fuzzy Chicken, it's awesome. Very responsive devs who want to build this game from the ground up with the community in mind. The tailor makes me think vampire. It does kind of have that vibe, absolutely. So you can craft a crap ton of stuff. You can make your own, you get a plot of land where you can build your own mega complex on it. There's places to explore. Tons of history in the game. Like I said, one of the pieces of history is you are the only existing human being. That's why you're the only one who looks like a human, and you and all the other adventurers, obviously. But all the NPCs are of a different race because humans were thought to be extinct. And you find lore and history in the game through all those like ruins you see in the background, exploring areas, unlocking story quests, things like that. You get a lot of the backstory of what happened to this world, why it looks the way that it does, why people might look all gruff and tough and scarred up, but also why there's like no combat in the game, for instance, that kind of thing. All of it has a lore-based explanation, which I love. I really, really love about this game. So very cool stuff in that one. So unbelievably excited to eventually be able to play this. That's the other thing. I am just double checking on their server news, seeing if there's any update. It does not currently look like the servers are back up yet. I'm now considering joining. I mean, again, it's free, and you can sign up on palia.com for the open beta, like, for free. You might as well, right? It's just one of those things. Like, if you want to, it doesn't hurt. Without having to run into him yet, I sense from the tailor that you're going to have a personality like Percy from Vox Machina. You'll see. No combat. What is the basic gameplay loop then? I love the idea of non-combat based games. So you have a bunch of life skills. Mike, by the way, hello. Good to see you here. It's been a while. There are a whole bunch of life skills. So you can, do forestry, like cutting down trees, lumbering. You can do mining, where you're breaking up rocks. And all these skills have their own levels that go up persistently and unlock more skill sets, unlock your ability to craft new tools that help you continue to progress those skill sets, those types of things. It's really, really cool. It's genuinely very, very cool because it's the gameplay loop you get in a lot of other MMOs without having to stress about the main storyline. The devs made it very, very clear when they were making this game that you can take this game at your own pace. Do you want to just mainline the story quests and like just brute force your way through and speedrun it? You absolutely can do that. You don't have to experience any of the other extra things in it besides the tutorial stuff. Do you want to only focus on like cooking and become the best cook in the town? You absolutely can do that. You can take your time doing that. It's really cool because I've played a ton of other different types of MMOs over the years, and there were moments where I'm like, I wish I didn't have to like fight that big boss, like to progress the game. I wish I could just work on leveling up like my gathering skills. So if you're like a fan of Stardew Valley, Animal Crossing, those types of games, this is really going to resonate. Minecraft, although Minecraft has a bunch of combat in it, and Stardew has a little bit, but that's also an optional one, right? So that kind of thing. It's very like Disney Dreamlight, I think, is probably the closest game from spending enough time in this game and also playing a ton of Disney Dreamlight, as you guys know. I think Disney Dreamlight's probably the closest comparison, and even that doesn't have the scope of this game because this is open world, it is live server, it is MMO. So I remember an old MMO that unfortunately died, which was about trading and crafting mostly. Nice to see that coming back. Yeah, no, I think there's a ton of potential. I think there's a market for this. People like their cozy games. I think we saw that especially with, like, 2020, height of the pandemic, Animal Crossing dropped. Everyone was like, oh my god, we're all in love with this, you know? So I like that. I want to build a big comfy home. You can. I always wished I could just cook for profit and start it. Yeah, you can cook for profit in this game. Gives me Disney do crossing, but yes, 100%. Will there be PvP? There is no combat at all. Zero PvP, zero weapons. I will let you know you can catch bugs, though, and you can hunt wildlife. So you can do that. Can't even get an invite to even play the game. It isn't closed beta at the moment, so that's part of the reason for that. But you only have to wait a week, and then it's open beta. So sign up on palia.com, and you'll be, front of the line to get those invites. My sister was worried about PvP. There is zero combat in the game. When I say zero combat, there is no PvE elements or PvP elements. Remember that even if you're not able to get a code for closed beta, open beta is on the 10th. Yes, it's free. It's free. It's the low price of free 99. Like, you can't beat that. Like, they are giving us this game for free. That is wild with the amount of quality that has been put into this game. It's really cool to see that. And again, as you guys saw, like, the graphics, beautiful. The scope of the world, huge. The number of tasks you can get involved in, gigantic. It's very, very cool. I wish listed it on the Switch. Yeah, heck yeah, Strix. Yeah, it should be coming to Switch again in a few months is the current roadmap. No guarantee that they're going to be able to land. Obviously we want our devs to be not overworked and not, stressing out too much, giving us the best quality stuff, not rushing things out. But currently the tentative plan is they will be releasing the Switch version sometime around the holiday season of this year. And I can't wait because I know that's going to just open up the player base, like, same way as like what happened like Disney Dreamlight stuff. So that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm really, really, really looking forward to this game. Being one of those incredibly accessible titles because they are concerned about things like accessibility, inclusivity, making sure that the community voice is heard when they're making the tweaks and changes to the servers and the gameplay itself. I love seeing that sort of homegrown grassroots type of approach to games. It feels like it's been a very long time since we've had a game that looks this polished that wasn't made by some gigantic mega conglomerate like publisher or something like that. So very, very cool to see the work that they put into this. Squeebles, hello, hi, welcome to the stream. Good to see you here. Hi. And again, the focus is just on, hey, you had a rough day at school or work or, today just the pieces didn't fall into place. Things kind of sucked ass. You got Palia. You boot this up. This is the least stressful game ever. You want to spend 12 hours gardening after, like, your weekend started after a crappy work week? You got Palia. You got that. It's very, very nice that it has this focus on comfort and take it at your own pace. I love when games do that kind of thing. It's not like going to be one of those things where it's like, here's our battle pass that if you don't get through this in 10 days, you will never, ever, ever get to enjoy the game to its fullest. This is a game where it's like, you want to take time, like, just catching bugs today? Freaking go catch some bugs, dude. So very excited about that. We were watching this last night. I might put this back on.
Down at the bottom.
Because this is the devs actually explaining the gameplay during a live stream that they did. With, again, Trish Hirschberger. And if you guys don't know Trish Hirschberger, one of the OGs on YouTube way back in the day, SourceFed Nerd was, like, a huge reason that, like I got into doing, like, gaming stuff on YouTube. Way back in the day. Yeah, love Trish. Yeah, legend in the industry, truly. Hi, I love you. I love you, Morgan. I love you. I follow Trish here. Yeah, Trish is fantastic. But yeah. So we got
and flip between
this
them
is their alpha build, so things look a little bit different now.
Hot selection
and run a little bit
options
different
that you have. So if you need to eat something, which you can see our bar at the top for kind of keeping track of what your focus bar is, and otherwise.
Oh yeah, so I didn't get to explain that yet. So focus, you hear the devs talking about like eating things. There is no hunger meter in this game. You don't have to eat things. It's very much like Animal Crossing, where if you decide to eat an apple in Animal Crossing, all of a sudden you can punch a tree in half, right? You go Super Saiyan. That's the same sort of system in this game. There's a bar in the upper left corner here called Focus, and the higher this is, the more of it you have, the more like empowered your gathering ability is. The better you are at doing tasks, the more you might yield from doing a task, that kind of thing. And then this will just deplete as you do tasks, the same way that like Animal Crossing sort of does that. So another way to just speed up, if you're like, yeah, shit, today I only have like half an hour to play some Palia, eat some food. Your character will be supercharged. You'll be able to like, do your tasks a lot better. So they have that system in place, which is cool.
It's just a way to keep track of what you have, and if your inventory is starting to get too full.
Okay, perfect. And I see here in this player menu, we're looking at skill levels. We've got our tools.
But there's like no energy system.
What should players be really paying attention to when they look at that menu?
So one of the big things on the bottom left is you can see all your skills. Each of those have their own level associated with them. Okay. And particularly in the early game, every time that you're leveling one of those, you're going to want to go back to the skill master associated with that skill, because they're going to have some cool rewards, new gameplay, new content for you to access as you progress through there.
Excellent. Yeah, there's a lot to look at there, but I'm sure
Gotta go grab groceries. Hey, Dark Phoenix, I hope that goes very smoothly for you.
So it looks like Maddie is kind of splitting her time between a couple different activities. And do you recommend that folks kind of jack of all trades it in terms?
Oh yeah, so you'll see there, you can like pull up like a wheel that allows you to switch between your tools. All of these key prompts, by the way, are set to kind of weird defaults. I won't lie, like I wasn't like the biggest fan of some of the default settings, but you can remap keybinds. So that's really, really nice that you can do that. And then you have inventory slot bars down in the lower right. So as you're gathering stuff, those are going to fill up. And then as we shared last night, one of the coolest things about this game is you can put all these items into storage and still craft from storage. So if you're like, oh, hey, I'm at a workbench, but like my storage, is like full of all my stuff, you don't need to grab the specific ingredients and items you need to craft things. It pulls directly from storage. Super convenient. I feel like I'm childish because I giggle at the toilet mechanic in Animal Crossing every time. You know what, Squeebles, I spend a lot of time doing that. It's a fun instant dose of serotonin for sure. Craft out of storage, yeah, love that in a game. Yep. Glad that eating isn't a necessity in the game because I love not needing to re-up stamina. Yep, there's not a stamina bar in this game. The only time you'll see stamina is if you are trying to climb like a cliffside. So very like Breath of the Wild. But there's also no fall damage in the game, so it's really not a big deal if you don't make it like where you're trying to head. And there's lots of different ways to get around and traverse the environment, which is really great. So there's they tried to make this game literally the least stressful MMO that's ever been created, and I appreciate them for that.
Tons of skills are really specialized in one specific skill, and then
it's still offline. Yeah, it's currently still offline. We're waiting for the servers to go back up.
I think that you can really play either way.
Yep.
I tend to
run
do
is,
a little bit of
run,
everything because for some reason it feels like cheating to like.
Yeah, Mike, I feel you.
Actually get the things that
sometimes
I was
sim
supposed
games
to,
have
to
too many sim mechanics. This is very casual.
But you can also just
yeah, Kat, you don't have to worry about fall damage.
And then
you're good.
Trade that stuff for gold. Or you can ask other players for things. There's tons of different ways to play.
But you'll see there's like bugs. So I was talking about catching bugs. Sometimes you're going to want to be sneaky. Sometimes you're going to like want to sneak up on a bug. And I'll let you know, the bug catching skill, if any of you are fans of Pokemon Arceus, the Switch game, where, it was fully 3D, and you had the action ability to throw Pokeballs at wild Pokemon out in the field, the bug catching mechanic is basically that. So you sneak up on a bug, and you just toss a little ball at them, and you have some sort of percentage that you don't get to see, a hidden percentage, but you'll see, that bug either stay in the ball, and you'll have captured the bug, and it will go into your inventory, or it will break free, and you'll have to just throw another ball at it. So it's kind of awesome. It's really cool. You can just do that at any time you want. I want to be the cook for the friends in chat. Yeah, heck yeah. Me and so Jason Sully also announced, my friend Jason, announced that he's also a Palia partner, which was great to see him during like the onboarding process. We were having a blast in chat during that. But I was like, I want to be the best cook in whatever server I'm in, and he was like, I want to get you all the fish. So his big thing, Jasom's big thing, is he's going to be the fish guy, and I'm going to be the cook person. So we're going to get a pipeline going with some buddies playing this, I think. But yeah, Pokemon Go catching time. Yeah, kind of J-Rose. Yeah, very much like
I imagine that we have
action
various quests
involved.
that kind of walk us through familiarizing ourselves with these various
Very
skills.
cool stuff.
Correct. We have.
Is there a trade auction house?
Yeah.
I honestly don't know if there's going to be like a player-run economy in this. I think that it's mainly NPC-based right now. I think that they were. I'm not 100% sure on that one. I'd have to like check that out. So, but you can sell. So much like Stardew, where you get the little like bin next to your plot of land, that's in this game as well. So like, let's say that you're like, oh, I just harvested like 15 carrots. I only need like 10 to like, you know, use for my inventory for like or for focus or for like cooking recipes. I want to sell 5 of these. You don't even have to go anywhere. You just go straight from your garden over to the little bin. You drop it in there. And once, I don't remember which time it is in the game, but they sell off automatically, and then you just get gold into your inventory. So you do the same type of thing as you do in Stardew. This game also, it has a day and night cycle that is, I believe, 1 hour long. So 24 hours in game is 1 hour of real life time. So pretty quick, but not so quick that you're like rushed all the time to do stuff. Are there any gacha mechanics that I can waste my life on? I don't actually think there are any gacha. I think that they're trying to make it, again, just like the only thing that you spend money on, and the only thing that you're going to be like wasting any time on. So not wasting time on, but the only thing that you're going to be like trapped doing is leveling up your life skills. That's going to be the big gameplay loop, the big time sink. Anything that costs money, there's not going to be any like premium stuff except for some cosmetics. The rest of the game is free. So it's really, really nice in that way. So also, I love that when you're placing items, they don't have to be with the grid. Yeah, so there's normally a snap-on grid, but you can also turn it off if you want to really micromanage where stuff goes, which is cool. Are they going to make money then? I love, I can always tell how old someone is in chat based on if they're like, how do you make money without gacha mechanics? Guys, we survived in gaming for a very long time without gacha mechanics. There's lots of premium currency for cosmetics, and there may be some special events that you can get set. But they're toying with stuff behind the scenes. Az, take care. Get some good rest. Take care. Thank you so much for hanging out. Appreciate ya. But I'm very excited because, again, they are dedicated less to making money with this game because they know that people are going to like it enough that they're probably going to buy some premium currency and cosmetics. You've heard testimonials here in chat from people who've gotten to play part of the closed beta that they were like, I had to like stop myself from spending my entire wallet on stuff in the cosmetic store. People love cosmetics. They love outfits in games. But the rest, they want to offer as like a freemium experience as possible. This is the type of game where you get to just play. You don't have to stress about like getting dono-walled or paywalled. Like you just get to play the game and you get to enjoy it in its full glory. And the other crazy thing is, I think it's a better marketing tactic to establish good faith between you and your player base. That I know that makes me go, oh, I like these devs. I'm more willing to spend money than like predatory like gacha systems and stuff like that. This is the type of game that like they're going to give you options to craft clothing as well. They're going to give you options to buy with in-game currency some of the cosmetics. And then if you're like, well, I really want this special top that's going to like match like the shoes that I just like created myself, you can do that and chip in to help the devs, you know? So that's sort of the model that they're going with. I like that a lot. I mean, you look at like Fortnite. It's worked for Fortnite for a long time doing that kind of thing, giving value through the free product first. It's similar to Disney Dreamlight Valley and other games that make money off of just premium cosmetic items. Exactly, yeah. That's been the model that has been in existence for decades and has, in my opinion, worked really, really well. Maybe not as aggressively or as phenomenally as like battle passes and gacha systems, But we still got devs out there who are like, we just want to offer you like a really good game. And then like, if you want to chip in and spend like a little bit of extra money for like the very pretty clothes that we're going to be making, I think that I mean, look at Sims players. That's all I'll say. Look at Sims players. Sims players are always willing to spend money for like more expansions, more like cosmetics, shit like that. I think that there's a very big market for it. So gonna make and Sims have like the worst like customer support of any fucking dev cycle in the world. Gonna make some of the work, and this dev team is very involved. They're great. I was worried about. That's what I was worried about, was being paywalled from cute outfits. Only some of them, but you're gonna be able to buy a lot of them with in-game currency, and you're gonna be able to craft a bunch of them as well. So it might not be the same like crazy spectacle level of like some of the cosmetic items that I have had teased to me as a Palia partner, but there's a lot of really cool stuff that you can just unlock through the base free gameplay. So yeah, I love Sims, but yeah, they have their flaws. Yeah, exactly. As a simmer, I feel called out. Listen, we all have our vices. It happens. I have to say, it's really impressive for a company producing this quality here to try and be free to play. Getting to this point of development is always costly. Definitely somewhat buddy to support if you like this kind of game. Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. And it's really neat that this is going to be live service as well, because it costs a lot of money to keep like a live service like server going. So yeah, I really want to give a try to this game. However, on August 10th, there are new MMO games coming out that I'll be playing. Hey, that's okay. Prioritize your time how you want. That's the nice thing about video games, is this isn't going to be going away right away. And honestly, if you don't decide to jump into it right away and you're playing those other games in the meantime, it will give the dev team more time to get out of beta, do their full release, and all the bugs will be, you know, like smoothed out. So honestly, if that's the way that you prioritize, that's absolutely fine. It is kind of cool though to see that a lot of people are so interested in the beta flaws and all right now. And the dev team, again, they're not like ego driven. They know that the game has some things that they got to work out, but that's why they're asking for partner and community feedback. So love seeing that. That is not something that is like universal across the board for game devs. Again, Sims, EA, guys, please, just a smidgen of listening to your community so all of us can rest easy at night. That would be just so wonderful. But it's really cool to see like a homegrown grassroots dev team like this doing what, like the quality and the level of what they're doing. And the ambitions that they have for the
like
roadmap.
Heads of our guild. So Einar's head of the fishing guild.
Nice.
Alani's head of the bug catching guild. And we have quests with those characters to help you learn.
I am so excited, by the way, to do fishing in this game, because the fishing mechanic is
skill
fun.
levels up, how do we go in and build the house of our dreams? Let's see.
So you can see we've kind of fast forwarded in time again here a bit, and we've got a
listen to us, EA, we
reasonably
beg.
progressed house, something aspirational. You know, we've definitely moved beyond the tent phase here, and again, we're kind of jumping between
you start with
those
a tent,
different
by the way,
housing
like a big like
customization views,
just
in order
giant
to
camping tent.
Build things out just the way we want. In this case, you know, the player is looking at the kind of
and then you can
attachment
build a
points between
mansion.
the buildings and the walls on the outside. Which allow you to, you know, if on the inside, do you want there to be no wall between the rooms? Do you want there to be a small door,
open air
like a
designs?
double door?
That's so cool. Open air floor plans. You get to create your floor plan in the game.
Same
It's
thing
so
with
cool.
the windows on the outside. You can go no windows all the way up to, you know, really nice customized big things.
Did we just put an addition on our house?
Absolutely.
Just
so
added a random
that's
small
also
room.
one of the big things you're seeing. Again, mentioned that this is kind of an early game. You can have a mansion if that's where you want to take this experience to. Add a bunch of additions to it. But yeah, as you add those, acquire new rooms within the city hall. You know, you have to build those and go through some of the craft time associated with it. It's also a nice thing to have your friend come out and help you get through.
Now, when you mention craft time, is that in-game time? Is that real-world time? How does that work?
So for the buildings, once you've gotten the materials there is a real-world craft time associated with it. Generally, you know, there's a little bit of time associated with bigger things in the world.
Yeah.
Excellent. And
so you'll have some. So this is something that, by the way, so this is from obviously a earlier live stream. you'll see, oh man, I have to wait 4 real world hours before like the addition of my house is added. Maybe. They are toying around with some ideas. They're trying to stay away from paying premium currency to speed up build time because they don't want to be like a mobile game sort of style. We gave a lot of feedback, and this is stuff I can't really fully give details on because this is under NDA, but we did give, as Palia partners when we were playing the stress tests and the alpha builds, a lot of feedback about this mechanic, where like hopefully the thing that they take it in the direction of is in-game tasks that you do will reduce the amount of build time. So you can still be productive and still engage in tasks that feel like they're a natural part of the gameplay flow that also have real world like rewards or consequences essentially. So that is something that they're toying around with. They haven't decided 100% on what they're going to do with that. But those are sort of the suggestions we gave. Whether they implement those or not, again, whenever I'm allowed to talk more about that, I will let people know. So, I want a cottage mansion. Yeah, I feel that. In-game tasks also reduce build time because you'll be passing time. Right, yeah, and that's the brilliant part about this is so this is on a separate instance in the game. When you load into the game, you're in this big main server with other players and like the main hub of like the storylines and the shops and NPCs and things like that. What ends up happening is if you want to go to your like homestead, like your plot of land, this is a separately queued up instance where it's just on a little private instance that is off of the main hub. So you load into this completely different instance of the game. You're able to start building. You're able to start crafting. You're able to start doing whatever. And then if you're like, ah, shit, I got to wait 4 hours for like this addition to my house to be built, go out into the regular world hub, go out into the open world, do 4 hours of tasks, you know? You can do that, which is really cool. I love that they're adding that kind of thing. So, yeah. In the future, I hope there will be games that you can play, currency you can use in the IRL world. I think you might be talking about crypto. I think you might be talking about crypto, which, as we've seen, is not exactly in the best place right now as far as execution, even though it's an interesting idea.
Have added this whole addition to our home.
This is the type of game that you are not going to have a lack of activities to do. I promise
you. Yourself and really get in there and customize. That's an option too, correct?
Right, so you can kind of change the connections between them. You can also customize the wallpaper, the flooring, and of course decor, interior customization. That's something that is really rich in Palia. We have hundreds of items for you to find, and you know you can really put them throughout your house just the way you want.
Could spend a whole day just gliding around for fun.
I wish that
yeah,
in
Pete,
real life
dude.
You could add an addition to your
My
house
God,
this
the sights that you get to see in this
game.
game,
Like 4 hours, like that'd be great.
Just some wood and some stone. Man, I'll do that any day.
Yeah, it took me months to convert my garage, so.
Wood and stone in 4 hours, perfect. I agree. That would be lovely. All right, it looks like
Wish
Maddie
there was a builder
is
that you
inside,
could
so
use gold to pay and they would build the home. Again, these are all types of things that have actually already been suggested to the dev, and they're talking about it. They didn't say outright no, we're not going to implement those types of systems. So there is the possibility there could be a system like that in the future. It's kind of cool, like hiring people and stuff. Real players building your homes. Well, you can have people come to your plot of land if you friend them in the game, and they can work on your land with you. So if you're like, ah, shit, I made my entire plot of land at just a giant farm, and I need an extra person to help me water stuff and harvest it, you can bring your friend over to like interact with your stuff that way. So it's kind of cool. So there is like there's some co-op aspects to it, which is really great.
These interiors that you were
and
talking
it's all
about,
completely optional. You don't have to have that.
Which interior
options
are we looking at right now? Can you kind of walk us through some of the things that we're seeing in Olivia?
So this player is pretty advanced, pretty far into the game.
Yeah, look, I didn't
so
get any furniture that looked like that when I was playing.
Furniture items. Ambriel, maybe you could talk a little bit more about that.
Yeah. Over time, you can, like Aiden mentioned, collect hundreds of different
Sarah, so true though.
Items. So,
yeah, 4 hours to build your house. Go outside, touch grass. Talk to a real
so they're
human
probably
being.
investing a lot in this crafting system,
The fountain.
learning to make
Yeah,
some
the
pretty
fountain looks
high-tier
so cool.
recipes, and maybe spending a little time at the underground market picking up some super rare stuff.
we'll get into the underground in a bit, but
we haven't talked about the underground
magic is a bit
yet.
taboo in this world. So if you want magic items or you want some kind of, more expensive art that might have fallen off a truck, we have a cool underground market.
Oh, I love that that whole thing exists in this world. Like you said, we'll have to get more into that a little later. But I also love that Maddie is able to craft furniture items.
The black market, yeah. We bought the Among Us
skill
potion
in and of itself. So it's not just
at the black
a currency-based type of thing to get
from
furniture.
the dark web.
You gather the resources or trade for them, and then you craft your own furniture. That's really cool. So what is Maddie making right now?
It's honest work.
So the Choppa is one of been the most popular characters as we've been developing the game, and so of course there are a ton of Choppa-themed items, wallpapers, all sorts of things that you can find.
Yeah, this may or may not be an advanced dev build that they're passing off as a new character.
You can use those to customize your house just the way that you want.
How beautiful.
I love
and
that the art
again,
comes
look
off
at
the
these
back of
placement
trucks.
options. So Olivia, kind of walk us through, once you've created something, what is the
new
process
update
to
from
then
Palia
place it in
Discord? The
world?
problems are far bigger than expected. They're still
pretty
working on it.
straightforward.
Yeah, I just saw that
You
update.
can
That's why I was
either
looking at my phone,
have
Hannah.
the in-world view, like what you're seeing now, where you just click on
Of course,
the item
game-breaking
and you
bug
can move
now.
it along to select on the grid, or you can actually place anything in that top-down view.
I'll say this, chat. Talking to the devs, it's not that they don't lack confidence or anything like that, but we had a lot of people, like a majority of the people who were invited into the Palia partner program are those of us who have like literally thousands of hours in cozy gaming sims, MMOs, so you guys know me. Between like Final Fantasy 14, like Animal Crossing, Stardew Valley, Minecraft, Disney Dreamlight Valley, I have thousands and thousands of hours of gameplay. I don't think that they realized when we were talking to them about like, what happens if I no life this game and just burn through shit quick. They were like, oh, yeah, there's so much stuff that's you're not gonna be able to like speed run this. And I don't think that they realize that a lot of us who like grew up playing MMOs and like life sim games and farming games and stuff, no, I'm going to sit down and play this game for like fucking 50 hours straight without eating. Like, I don't think you realize like how much some people are going to like do with this game. And I feel like that's part of where the progress bug is coming in, because while we were doing the stress test, we only had a window of like a few hours to do it. Even with the like alpha build stuff, it was only like for a few days at a time. I don't think that they realized like how far people were going to get as soon as the closed beta was going to drop. So we didn't have as much data for like more advanced players, like getting into the more advanced mechanics of the game. I think that's probably what happened here. I grew up playing EverQuest. Oh my God, what a throwback, Maddie. I loved EverQuest growing up, honestly. Decades past, the devs still think we will be reasonable people that have a life. So true. After a long day of work, I won't be coming home to a wife and kids. I'll be coming home to Palia. So true, though. Where your wife and kids will be, because you're going to be romancing some of the people in the town for sure. Yo, what's up, Liz? My body said the solution to the bug fixes was a nap. Oh my gosh. Unfortunately, you didn't nap hard enough, because they just made an announcement that the servers are still down, which is so sad. Palia, the true beloved. So true. Yeah, go back to sleep.
Which sometimes, like a really big piece, like the gazebo.
Look at the cute decorations and stuff. I love this.
Cool. And this house looks so beautiful.
Simply
I feel like
just sleep
Maddie,
again.
yes, is making this house gorgeous for herself, but also maybe wants to have
shout out to
and
Liz for hooking
entertain.
you up for sure.
How does that work as far as
Jay,
if
exactly. People want to min-max. They do it fast.
Maybe there are
in
friends
games like
that you
this.
don't want to come over your
And
house.
people try to break the game. Oh my God. So one of the devs during the first partner program meeting was like, yeah, we did all this stuff to make sure that like people couldn't fall out of the map or like break the game in this way. So hopefully no one does that. And I literally typed into the chat, I was like, I am the person who tries to break these games, especially during early builds. And I was like, I will break your game. And then later during the server stress test, I did the thing that like they didn't want me to do, basically. I broke the game. So it is... It's one of those things where I don't think they realize there are evil gremlins inside most of our brains that are like, I want to either min-max and exploit the systems that you have set up. I don't care that you said take this at my own pace and be a cozy gamer. I'm going to break the shit out of the economy of this game, or I'm going to break the actual coded mechanics of this game as quickly and as powerfully as possible. That's every beta test, dude. That's beta test 101 is you're going to have players doing that. I don't think they expected it to the degree that it's happening, though. So, yeah. So, I think that this is a good learning experience for them during this beta period.
So permissions are a huge deal. If you remember that top-down view, there's a pull-down menu at the top there where you can set permissions on a per-player basis. And so by default, a visitor just has a small number of activities that they can do with you on the plot, but you can upgrade them to editor status, which allows them to do things like move things around in your space, so that you can really kind of share in this customization.
If you are someone who wants to be a super social co-op gamer, you can literally set it so someone else can come to your plot and edit your home. So if you're like, hey, I want to make a big mansion that me and 2 of my other friends are in, and it's our shared space, and we will only use my plot to do that on. You can set the permission to do that. They can come over, they can do tasks and chores around your plot. They can cut down some trees, gather some resources, grab some berries, whatever. They can come in, they can craft stuff, they can set down furniture, rearrange, whatever. You can do it that way if you want, or you can set it to be totally private and just solo game it. It's really cool. As a game dev myself, I gotta say, break it. Break it as hard as you can if it's possible. You just helped everyone improve the game. Exactly, yeah. I think a lot of game devs take that, and I think that they did as well, but because of the size of their team also, I don't think that they realized how many eyes were going to be on a game that's this, wide of a net of appeal, right? So, yeah. You could pay people gold to... Yeah, you could pay another player probably to come in and customize your house. You could be like, hey, here's some gold. I want you to be my interior decorator. Yeah, you could absolutely probably do that. Placing furniture diagonally, yes. Yeah, you can do it diagonally. You can snap off the grid, which is so wild, right? They can't underestimate us gamers. Yeah, when will they start taking us gamers seriously? Come on.
It's also one other really important part here is, while you might spend a ton of time making this particular housing plot just perfect,
this is adorable.
You might have other people that maybe you have a totally different
cottage
vision,
core
a totally different fantasy that you want to chase together. And so we actually have the option.
It's a good excuse for me to finally wear a bunch of the cottage core dresses that I own.
Set different permissions for other players on each.
I have not done cosplay.
So a lot of control for the kind of social access and experience that you're having with other players in the game.
I love that. And so there's no PvP where someone could come destroy my home after I've crafted it just the way I want to.
No, you're giving somebody, if you give somebody editor status, they can move things around.
They could grief still, probably.
You want to give to somebody that you trust and you want to have, that kind of shared experience with. But there's no way that they can come in and destroy items of yours. There's not a lot of destruction happening in Palia.
Okay, great. We're keeping it cozy and friendly.
Absolutely. Cozy vibes going throughout everywhere.
Okay, perfect.
Kind of great.
Getting this hanging plant exactly where Maddie wants it here so that the entryway looks perfect. I am here for it. Now, you had mentioned, Aiden, having multiple plots.
I'll be an interior designer for chat if anyone wants. This is why I hope that the general gaming
that's
chat
really
room in the
cool.
Discord
So
starts popping off
that
for this game.
communal
A lot of you have already
aspect.
put up
You can make your
screenshots of your characters. I
little
love it.
plots,
It's so great to
if
see.
you will, of sorts. That's
It'll be a good RP game. I'm sure there's probably going to be some groups that get together and just do RP stuff.
I also really enjoy gardening,
I see
and
the
I think a
placement
lot
grid
of
for
folks
things is
watching
pretty
can probably
narrow.
relate to that.
So
what do we have
it's pretty tight. But again, you can do full snap off on it, which is
gardening.
also
Olivia, walk
awesome.
us through what we're seeing just now.
You're placing another gardening plot, and then you get the hoe that allows you to till. I like how therapeutic this feels. It's very tactile. After that, you can plant your seeds. Maddie has a good variety of seeds. She's got tomatoes, she's got onions.
It's just so relaxing,
she's got carrots,
even to watch it.
And a cool thing about if you rotate your crops like that is you actually can get buffs from like the tomatoes being next to the carrots. So if you're a min-maxer, you can do that. Or if you just
okay, so they called out min-maxers. Possum Gamer, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome on in, Raiders. I hope that you're doing well. How is your stream? We're just watching some Palia gameplay while we're waiting for servers to come back up. How was your stream, though? How are you? Thank you for the raid. As in between calling my character Brooklyn or Brookie Bear, I ended up with Brooklyn. But if there ends up being multiple character slots, I could make a Brookie Bear character. Yeah, again, another thing that we all approached the dev team is hopefully giving it the ability, or having them give us the ability to have multiple character slots. As of right now, just one character per bound account. But the thing is it's a free game. So one of the little hints they've given us is if they don't ever change that mechanic, which I'll let you know they are heavily considering adding multiple character slots. But no promises on that. If they do decide to go ahead and not allow us to do that, you can just literally create another Gmail account and sign up for another free account of Palia and just make an alt character account, like a lot of games make you do. So yeah, free is dope always. Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. But yeah, I love that there's like buffs and stuff like that. If you want to min-max, you can add multiple crops that will give each other benefits, like basically improve the soil and like allow you to like grow crops faster or higher quantity or quality. It's
like the
it's
look
great.
of like one
So cool.
particular
100% downloaded. J Rose, hopefully servers come back
there's
up
a lot
here
of
soon.
freedom in our gardening
Very,
system,
very
which I
cool.
really like.
All right, I want to hear
Not
more
usually
about
a farm,
min-maxing
but yeah,
in
and you don't even have to farm if you don't
when it
want to.
comes-
That's the
are these
craziest
things we
part.
have to
You do not have to
self-discover
farm
in
if you don't
the game,
want
or
to.
do we get clues throughout
This will be my
Palia
new farming
about
sim?
where
Yeah.
to position
I
your
think that
crops
this is
to
going to be
get these
great for like
bonuses?
Stardew
I
fans
think Maxwell
especially.
might do a good job of answering that.
Yeah, we try to make sure players are able to discover this themselves and expose that information. It's not hidden to you. And so we see the examine key there. Like if you press, again, default G, you'll be able to see the buffs that are being shared, as well as if you look at the seeds in your inventory,
I couldn't
it'll
come up
give you a
with a
little
cooler
hint
creative
about
name
what
for
to
a
expect
character,
if you
so I
plant
went
it
with
next to a
Scare
different
Bear. I like that
so-
name though.
Okay, great. And I see
That's
the
fun.
bars as we're planting seeds. I
Also,
saw the
since
bars
it's
above
beta,
that. What
you're
is that
securing
showing
that
us?
name for yourself.
That's
you
the
know?
watering. So here we go.
sure.
Maddie's gonna get some water in her
Austin, what's
watering
up?
can
Hello,
and then
hi.
hop on over and make sure that the plants are
I'd love to have
well
a farm friend
watered
for my
and
plot.
ready to
Aw.
grow.
Well
fun.
taken care
Yeah,
of.
I
The
hope
seeds
that
will not
community
grow
members play
if
together.
the soil is not watered. This is perfect.
It's why we have the
So,
voice
is this
channels, and
done
it's why we
one
have the
square
general
at a
gaming
time?
channel.
Is there a way to kind of water multiple, or is that getting into spoiler territory and we shouldn't talk about that today?
I think we can
Yeah,
talk about it.
yeah, that's the move, Liz.
Yeah, starting
Just
out,
same
we're
name
gonna
on
give you
Gmail with, like, a
some
bunch of
simple
letters,
tools
numbers
to
afterward.
get you going. But as you engage in the various
Love securing
skills,
possum
eventually you'll be
anywhere
able
I
to craft higher.
Also, again, those of you who didn't get a closed beta key today from me or any other partners, you can sign up for the open beta, which starts in around a week, for free on palia.com. You can use the palia command to go read up on the game and just do that right now. Highly recommend doing that, even if they do another wave of closed beta keys. It's just a good idea to have your name secure and have your email like ready for them to send out a key to. So this is a heads up, because I don't know if like they're going to be sending out the open beta stuff
you'll get a better
in
watering
waves,
can that
or if
will
it's
have
going to
maybe
be
a wider,
all simultaneous.
cone to
So
water
always a
crops
smart
and
idea.
Make it a little bit easier because you'll also get more soil plots, so you'll have a lot
Yeah,
more
no, Brookie, I
plants
feel ya,
to,
for sure.
be taken care of at some point.
Level up.
Yep, level up.
Level it up. Now I see we're harvesting. When we harvest, do we have to start again from the seed phase? Do we get
Sarah,
seeds as we harvest? How does that work, Aiden?
Yeah, it's
Get some wonderful
definitely
rest. Thank you so much
something
for
that
hanging out.
typically,
Sign up
you'll
for
start
sure,
again,
Corey.
so
I'm
you
so
have to
glad to
put
hear.
seeds down.
Love creative games like
you can
that.
get
And for
seeds from a
context, I'm a
variety of
total
sources
combat
in the
freak.
game. Buying them at the store is kind of like
Mike,
the
my
default
number one
basic.
game
but we
type, even though I have thousands of hours in MMOs and farming sims and cozy life skill sims and stuff, my number one most played game genre is FPS games. I'm a shooter freak. I play everything. I play Valorant, Call of Duty, Overwatch, you name it. Counter-Strike, all those games. I play the crap out of all those games. Those are my main type of game that I play. These types of games just scratch a specific part of my brain that those games can't. So every now and then I'm just like, I'm going to boot this up for the next 200 hours. You know? If I can fix the issue I was having and get it to run on my dinosaur of a laptop, all my free time is going to be used on this game. That's the thing, is this game is optimized not super great at the moment just because it's in beta and it's still kind of clunky, but they want this to be fairly low resource. They are trying to optimize it enough where people who have like older tech are still able to run it even at like maybe lower settings, because they want this to be as accessible as possible and available as possible. So heads up on that.
Also have different kinds of seeds, like our tomato plants. You see, we just harvested
exactly,
those,
Mavis.
and they're going to regrow again. So you actually don't have to go back to the starting phase.
Just having an issue with my
until you've done
graphics drivers.
several
Oh
harvests
no!
on a tomato
It's annoying.
plant.
This is where the
Hopefully you can
min-maxers
update
have spent a
those
lot
or
of time
reinstall them
trying
if
to
you need to.
spreadsheet out their plots to figure out how they can maximize kind of their earnings over a period of time.
It was really cool in the alpha to see players making these grids of how they were min-maxing the various spaces and kind of sharing that information. There was like a whole template that got developed for people thinking about this.
Oh my
and
God.
of course,
People
this is
were
a live service
manipulating
game,
the
so it's going to
hell
continue
out
to
of the,
evolve.
the
So
gold
expect us
market
to
in the
shuffle
game.
up that meta from time to time.
Where
And
they
I
were
love
like,
how
oh,
much
this
you
is how you make
guys,
the most gold the quickest
saying
with
y'all
these
as
resources.
Singularity 6. Really do listen to the community and take that player feedback.
Yeah,
so when you
Ray, this
get
on
grids
Switch
and
in a
stuff like
handheld
that,
version, oh
when
my
you see
God.
players sharing those
Super
kind
dangerous
of
for
things
people.
in the alpha, do any of those things ever make it into the game?
Oh, absolutely. It would be hard to understate the impact of the alpha phase that we've been in. We've done multiple external playtests through that, gotten so much great feedback, ideas. It's something that we pay a ton of attention to.
Okay.
So I really just wanted to say
Gardening we kind of saw. NPC and the relationship mechanics in this game. Does the game have controller support? I'm pretty sure it does. I've never played on controller, but I'm like almost certain that it does. Especially since they're going to be mapping it to Switch.
Through some of the villagers that we
So
will meet
it would be silly
in
if they wouldn't
Kilma
allow like
Village.
controller
Olivia,
support on PC as well.
describe who we're talking to right now.
This is Zeki. He
They
is
have plans
a
to release on
Grimwolken.
console
The
besides Switch.
Grimwolkens
As of right now, publicly, the only announcement they've made is Switch.
are cats from outer space. They're like
yeah, anti-Grisbear. I feel you on that.
Pirates, and they run in addition to the regular store.
Is there androgynous
Zeki
body type?
also
Oh yeah, that was something I forgot to talk about. Hello, by the way, Ghost Kid. You guys got to see that last night when we were watching the character creation. Character creation. We'll get back to where were we? Just in the villager NPC stuff. Character creation. It is a feminine body type and a masculine body type. That said, you can pick any hairstyle, you can pick any clothing that the game starts off with, and here's the kicker, this is the thing that I love the most, any voice type. So if you're someone who's like, hey, you know, I love this new trend of especially devs like this one that have made it very clear that their focus is making sure that marginalized communities feel represented in some big ways. They want it to be something where, hey, I'm someone who's probably going to make a femme character, but if I want to make my voice sound like a little bit like more traditionally masculine, I can have this character in this femme body, you know, like cute makeup, like cute outfit that sounds like my normal voice, essentially. You can do that, which is really, really cool. One of the big things that people are asking for a lot, and they are already in the works on like seeing how they can implement it, is differing body types, like we talked about before, height stuff, you know, weight sliders, those types of things. Hopefully will be added in the future, facial hair, those types of things. They're not currently in this build because, again, this is early access beta stuff, but it's on their table at the moment as things that they are considering. So very, very cool. Again, those of you who have missed my spiel on it, this game is a game that is, even though taking place in a fictional setting, is something that the dev team, I mean, you even saw when like the dev like name tags came up in this video, they have their pronouns right there. It's very BIPOC friendly, very LGBTQ plus friendly. They're being very mindful and kind about representation, about intersectionality, about making sure that appropriation isn't something that's happening. And that people feel represented in not just the gameplay, but also the sort of avatar, the character that they get to create in the game. So that is all stuff that they are talking about currently. But yeah, it's a really receptive dev team. They are doing a lot to listen to the community right now. So it's really cool. I've always found that making inclusive characters takes less work than more. When you think about a character, descriptors like gender, voice type, etc. are limiters. So just letting people pick whatever they want is easier than limiting. Absolutely. I mean, that's a case that we've all been trying to make for a very long time, I feel like. And it's nice to see devs start to implement it a lot more. Very excited to see different body types. There's a big thing for me when it comes to character creation as a person with a bit of a different body type. Absolutely, yeah. And right now, I think this is a great launching point, a great start. And as they continue to work on the game, we're going to just see more things added, not less. So that's the greatest part of it.
Through some of the villagers that we will meet in Kilima Village. Olivia, describe who we're talking to right now.
This is Zeki. He is a Grimalkin. The Grimalkins are cats from outer space.
There's a lot of nerdy references to other media in this game too, which is great.
And they run, in addition to the regular store, Zeki also runs the Kilima branch of the Grimalkin Underground, and that's where you can get cool magical items, maybe some more high-tech stuff.
Lucky Space Guy. Yeah, they got like Maneki Neko.
So if you want some technology that's not something that would usually be available in like a small village, you can get that from the underground as well. But he's like one of my favorite characters to write. I love his animations. I love his sense of humor.
And Olivia, as our lore expert here on the panel,
I love the little, like,
can you tell us again why some items might be more underground than others?
Image.
So I think I mentioned earlier, magic in Palia is a bit taboo. They grew up in the shadows of this human
it's very
civilization.
Fluid. It feels very Disney Pixar.
And they were, a highly magical civilization, and so they have interpreted this as magic is dangerous.
Okay.
And so it's very regulated, and Zeki is against regulations, so whatever. It looks like we've gone to the city hall. This is Kenyatta. She's the daughter of the mayor, and she's kind of a rebellious teenager. She's been given this job as a way to like learn responsibility, but she's like pretty bored.
So you get to be friends with a bunch of these characters.
The player coming and talking to her is like a good break in her day. So she always is welcoming
a lot of the older
they
characters
come by City Hall.
Now, is Kenyatta also a romanceable option?
Romance.
I have to ask. Her style is so cool.
She is, and she has a very fun romance plot. We were very excited to write her romance.
I love it. And you said she exists in the world as the mayor's daughter?
Yes. She is a daughter of the mayor.
And if you don't want to romance anyone, you don't have to. You literally straight up can just make friends
magistrate, who's
with everybody.
More like strict, sort of like upper crust, like Victorian aristocracy wife.
She knows how to get things done.
She's great. I love it.
This is my favorite
Well,
dude.
Ambrielle, I'm going to pick your brain on Kenyatta's look in just a bit later on in the stream because her style is so cool. And now we're looking at Olivia, who I said you had said earlier might be one of your favorite characters. Yes.
Yeah. Einar is a Galder. Galders
cool robot,
are. Basically robots made by the ancient humans, but they've been kind of hanging around Palia for thousands of years. And they were all programmed with something called the Oneness.
He teaches you to fish.
And that's like the one thing in the world that makes them happy.
It's awesome.
So Einar loves to fish. We have another Galder
Scary mayor's kid.
Loves to
a nepo baby in this village.
She used to be a nanny back in the day, so she's very caring, very loving. And we have a lot of fun Galder characters.
So the Galder follow their programming very closely, even though they were programmed thousands of years prior?
Thousands of
years ago.
It has
become a little bit disconnected. So like if there was a Galder who wanted to, or who was made to build houses, now they might say like, stack rocks by the beach and watch them fall. Because the Oneness is in the act of doing the thing, it's not in the results. So I think that it's like a cool way to kind of talk about like, that one thing that you really love and how that can evolve over time.
I love that. So it's like they're programmed with a passion,
yes,
but not with an end goal.
Exactly.
And we're gonna see.
Kenny, what's up? Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome on in. Hello, hi. How was your stream? Not a nepo baby in the game. What were you up to, dude? Thank you so much for the raid. We were watching Palia gameplay stream that they did a while ago with the alpha footage because the Palia servers went down because they're trying to work on a major bug that they're having, which happens. It's beta day 1. But if you're brand new here, hello, hi, welcome. I'm a Palia partner officially, which is really cool. I've been able to play this game behind the scenes for a long time now and give my feedback to the devs and stuff, which has been wonderful to be a part of that with other recognizable content creators. Sweaty people in Fortnite? That's Fort for you. I gotta get on it. I mean, now that they announced Jujutsu Kaisen, by the way, creator code Girbeagly, by the way, I had someone ask if that was a real creator code yesterday. Yes, it's not me trolling for once. There is an actual, if you buy anything through the Epic Games Store, you can use creator code Girbeagly. That has been around for years. I shared the origin story about how I was literally one of the first Fortnite creators back in the day, and I didn't stick to it because I thought the game sucked back then. So I missed out on the cash boat. But if you buy anything, if you buy your V-Bucks, if you're buying the Battle Pass through the Epic Games Store, use code Girbeagly. I know I am going to be addicted to Fortnite again because of this Jujutsu Kaisen stuff. So excited. I love seeing all the anime crossovers they're doing. The weeb in me is loving it. Sorry, I'm choking. I got like a really dry throat. That was a pleasant surprise. Yeah. But yeah, anyone joining in, we're just watching some early gameplay footage of Palia while the servers are taking a nap. I didn't know that was a thing. Yeah, Kia, we got skins of the main 4 characters. So I know that I'm going to be grinding to get the Nobara character skin. Getting caught up with Jujutsu Kaisen, and now I'm excited for the Fortnite event. Oh my god. It's a fun anime. It really is. Don't die on stream. I'm trying not to. I think it's against TOS. Hope your stream's good. I got some student project VO work to review, so I'll keep you on lurk. Hey! Good luck with the work. Thank you for keeping the lurk up.
Some really fun ways that the lore will play.
We're talking
with this
about,
kind of concept
they're talking about
time.
Einar,
So
who's my favorite character in the game so far.
Yeah.
There's a big, pleasant robot who wants to teach you how to fish.
It's one of my favorite things that like the
Look at
writing
him.
team
He's
has had
cool.
fun playing with and like taking it into a bunch of different directions.
That's awesome. Okay, so I asked if we had different romanceable villagers that we can speak to in Kilima Village, and let's really get into this. How can I be friends with the folks I meet in Palia?
There are several ways to kind of gain friendship points. This is our friendship tracker.
Oh yeah, by the way, chat, so you all saw a different character and you were like, ooh, daddy character in the game. You have not gotten to really see Ashura yet, but this guy, this is the real daddy character. He is built like a fucking, like a mega complex, dude. He is the guy. He's got dog tags because of some lore that you'll find out about. He's got a big scar on his eye because of some stuff again in the lore. But he is the daddy character. He is the okay.
So you can see that
Gonna
Maddie
collect
is
like
friendship
Pokemon
level
cards.
2
Truly.
with Ashura right now. But the several ways of getting to know them are you can talk to them. So you can talk to them once every Palian day, which resets every hour. You can also give them gifts.
I'll let you know, Tish down here, she's a total cutie. She's probably my favorite. Hodari is another one that you guys saw. He's peeking up over my face cam here. But he is someone who you guys already saw, and he's an interesting guy. That's all I'll say. Many romance partners? I believe you can bring romance to... I'm pretty sure you can be poly in the game. Don't quote me on that in case I'm wrong, but I'm like pretty sure you can be. I can't remember, if I'm going to be honest. Totally hasn't been in Nom. He's got the dog. Yeah. I like how clearly laid out the relationship bonuses are in the UI. Yes, it's very clean user interface. Like I said, the only thing that I, from like a player standpoint, I didn't like is the default mapping of a lot of the keybinds, but they are all fully remappable. So that's kind of like a nice thing. It's a very nice touch. I'm just double check. I'm chomping at the bit to play this too. So I'm just checking the news, see if they got any updates for us.
Once every real world day, and they have these special gifts that they like called weekly wants. And those you can discover through talking to the villagers what they want that week, or you can even talk to their friends. So if you're talking to Gina, she might tell you what her best friend Hecla wants that week. And once you learn it, it'll show up on the weekly want UI.
Yeah, so you got to gossip, and then you can find the ideal gifts for people.
That's really cool that you can get to know their friends. It makes it feel like a living, breathing society that you're a part of. That's awesome. Ambrielle, question for you. When you play games like Palia, or when you're playing Palia, do you like to focus on friendship and society first and foremost, or do you like to focus on your gardening and your home plot like we've seen earlier?
Yeah, I think in games and in life, I'm more of an introvert. And so I'm usually focused a little bit more on skills, a little bit more on building my house. But like Olivia, my first priority is becoming best friends with A&R.
Make a character.
And after that, mostly focused on the house.
This isn't too much of a spoiler because you learned it early on, but Einar will always accept shiny pebbles.
That's
the secret. You can find those through the various.
It is one of the easiest ways to become friends with Einar.
I'm pretty much always holding it.
Give them a million shiny pebbles, and they're easy
so
to find.
I have to ask: is every villager we meet has their own friendship meter? Are they all romanceable?
They're not all romanceable. They're all friendable. So we wanted the main way that you get to know characters to actually be through their friendship, because you can have like really great relationships with people that you're not romantically involved with.
Sure,
right?
of course.
So like their main story is their friendship.
Einer's
but,
a cinnamon roll. He
certain
kind of is.
characters also have a separate
robot after
romance
my own
meter
heart.
you can unlock.
Yeah. Shiny
once you're
rocks
close
are very
enough friends
good.
with
So
them.
true.
You can give them a romantic gift and enter in that romance, and that unlocks a new story.
And you can always see that on the UI, you know, which ones have the romance option that you
so
can
you're
unlock.
not guessing,
So if you want
which
to check,
is really nice.
you know, definitely an easy spot to go for.
So
there
like
may be
Stardew,
some
not
characters
everyone is
who are not
romanceable.
romanceable yet that could be in the future. So it's always something
there you
we're
go.
adding.
In the
And
future.
if you want to unlock all the quests, I like to tick off all the boxes. Is it possible to romance more than one character within Palia?
Yes. So
There
at
you
the
go.
state of the game we're in right now, you know, again, like we're a living, breathing world. It kind of like as far into a romantic relationship you can get is kind of like the early courting stage. So you're allowed to romance as many people in that stage as you want.
So there you go. You can be
At the end of their romance plotline, they'll give you something called a
poly
pin,
romance.
which means they really like you. And then you can wear that pin and people will comment on, oh, you're dating so-and-so, that's awesome. And you can equip up to 2 pins.
Yeah, ace and
That
poly
is
rep. Yep,
the cutest
exactly.
thing I've ever heard, and I'm here for it. All right, so as I said, I love to go on quests, whether they're romanceable
I just
quests,
realized that I'm covering
non-romanceable quests. So
Trish's
let's
face,
go
so
ahead
I'm-
and go on a quest and
I'm
see
her now.
what that
Okay.
looks like. So for Maxwell, describe to us where we're going right now and what we're about to see.
Yeah, so we're jumping into a quest a little bit into the game now where the player, as they've been exploring kind of these ancient ruins, has come upon a bit of a barrier for themselves, and they've been directed to find Najuma, who, Olivia, if you want to give a quick intro for Najuma.
Yeah, Najuma is the miner's daughter, so Hodari's daughter, and she is kind of a shy teenager, and she's an inventor, but a lot of her inventions are kind of dangerous, so her dad doesn't really like her doing that kind of stuff. But one of the things she's invented is a glider, and
Yeah.
Gina knows about this glider.
Okay, so this was mentioned
They're
earlier by
archaeologists,
Pete
so she is told to,
in chat.
hunt
but
down Najuma to build a
you
glider.
can get
so that
around
you
in the
can
game
kind of
via
explore
glider.
those
You
ruins
saw that
further.
also in the
Yeah,
beta
exactly.
gameplay.
So we're going to have to make this glider,
a
we're going to have to
glider.
go do a little bit of gameplay and find some materials.
They're going to
Okay,
show
perfect. And
you
is there a
what it's all
reason
about.
that Najuma's the one who is like the keeper of the glider, if you will?
It's just because it was her invention.
Got it.
So that's she's the only one who knows how to make them.
I see, but soon we will learn how to make them. So Maddie is now gathering the resources, yes, and we'll gather the resources needed, and then where do we go from there, Maxwell?
Yeah, so looks like we're gonna do it the hard way and manually go through, chop some trees. We need to get some leather.
Getting
so
the
that
glider
means we're gonna have to do a
opens
little
up
bit of
this
hunting.
game so much, by the way.
And then lastly, get some fabric, which we can grow cotton at the home plot. So we're collecting everything we can here, and I think once we get that, we'll be able to go back and use some of our auto crafters on the home plot to make the final pieces required. So.
Now, when you said Maddie's doing this the hard way, that leads me to believe that you would play this differently?
Yeah, I hate growing cotton myself, so I tend to just buy it from Tish's shop and jump straight ahead and make this quest a little easier.
Those of you who hate gathering resources,
and you buy it from the shop because you're trading it, or how does that work?
Yeah, so a number of our NPCs or villagers run shops, and we try to make sure that players always have an option available to them if they don't want to engage in a particular system. So in this case, I don't really like to make the fabric myself, so I'll go to her shop and just get it myself.
That actually brings up a good point, especially with the hunting there. So you guys saw, you can shoot like the deer-like creatures in the game, and that's how you get like leather and things in the game. But someone during the partner program, like onboarding, asked a question of, "Hey, I'm someone who's like a practicing vegan, and even in a fictional game, I try not to kill animals as much as I can, just because that's important to me. If you want, even though theoretically you're still buying the product, instead of having to actively hunt the creatures, you can buy pretty much any craftable material except for the like super rare ones from the regular NPCs. And you can always get, not always, but you can sometimes get a very high number of times a lot of the rarer crafting materials from the underground market. So that's kind of like a cool little workaround. And also, if you're like you're like, I don't want to gather like 15 bundles of wood or whatever, you can just go buy it. Lady Saga, hello, hi, welcome to the stream. It's so useful. Yeah, it's really nice that they've thought of like alternate ways for different play styles.
Play the way you want to play.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. They said the thing I've told you guys. They've been saying.
With a game that you're going to exist in,
play the way you want to play at your own pace.
Potentially hundreds of hours. Having the option to play the way you want to play is really important.
Absolutely. It's been a core part that we tried to build into Palia kind of throughout the experience the whole time. So, and also the alphas really helped us kind of tune in parts of that, just to the right balance.
You can have friends in the game, harvest stuff, and then drop it off at your plot of land.
Really putting together this glider piece by piece. Olivia, how do we make a glider if it's not too much of a spoiler?
People get in the game in the Discord.
Right now you're making wood planks with our auto crafter system. Maxwell can probably tell you a little bit more about how the auto crafters work, but you're going to be making fabric and planks and like all and leather.
There's
and all
another thing. So Minecraft inspiration a little bit. Auto crafters.
You need for the glider.
Yeah, and so a player over time will acquire a number of autocrafters in various
automated
skills, to help them
and
refine
crafting.
The raw materials they collect out in the world and turn it into
just
higher tier
so
objects
easy for
that
yourself
can,
in this game.
Make furniture with, or we saw earlier like adding that addition to the house, which requires you to get the planks created.
Yeah, that's a lot of resources, I would imagine. So we've got a bunch of things going at the same time here. Do we finally have everything we need to make this glider, or we have a couple steps left?
I think we just have to get all the items back to Najuma so that she can put it together.
Yeah, it looks like we skipped ahead here. All the auto crafters work on a real-time system.
The MMO farm adventure.
There is a little bit of time once you put your stuff in there that you'll have to wait.
Peaceful, zero
you know
combat,
what, I like that because there's so
MMO
much to do in Palia that if I have
really
to wait 5 minutes for
if you
leather,
want to learn more about
then
it,
that means
you can,
I can
use
go
the
out
Palia
and
command.
catch some insects, or
Brookie, thank
do
you
some
for putting that in the
hunting,
chat.
or put some time
you can
into
sign up
another
for the
skill that I may not have had
for the
the
open
time
beta
to
that
invest
comes
in
out
before.
in
So I feel like
8
it's
days.
really encouraging a really mixed gameplay experience. Yes.
Yeah, it's also a great opportunity if
I thought you
maybe
heard
want to take a
auto
break at a
crafter.
time.
I wish you could get
load
otters
up your
in
auto
this game.
crafters, take the break, come back, and things will be ready for you.
I mean, bio breaks. Come on, who needs that? Who needs that? All right, we're back to Najuma now. We've got all the supplies. So now Najuma is going to assemble this forest. You said this isn't something we need to craft on the workbench?
Yeah, so the things that you craft in the workbench are things that you can craft an infinite number of times. The glider you only craft once.
They talk about multiplayer, cosmetics.
That's awesome. All right, now
the development
of
it.
Maybe
they also used a live orchestra, by the way, for the soundtrack. That's why the soundtrack's so pretty. I know that they haven't made an announcement that servers are back up, but I'm going to try to poke them. I'm going to not poke the devs, but try to see if I'm the chosen one who can get in right now. Oh, it says Paley is down for maintenance. Oh, darn it. I just really wanted to see if I could get in. Dang it. So sad. What if I... unable to connect. Okay. Darn it. It was worth a try, yeah. What if I had been the chosen one, chat? Would that have been cool?
Fishing or playing together. I certainly want to play with my friends in multiplayer.
Been checking every 5 minutes site, and oh my god, I feel you.
Within Palia. Ambriel.
Yeah, there's tons of things that you can do in Palia with your friends, and most of them...
Actually, I have to go to the bathroom, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just, like, mute my mic and hide my face cam. I'll keep this running so you guys can hear more about the game and keep watching sort of parts of the dev cycle to keep hyping you up until the servers are finally back online for all of us. We all would have jumped on with you. Yeah, right? It would have been a mass exodus in chat. Everyone would have jumped immediately to the servers. Well, I'm gonna go do that. Enjoy your pee break. If you have to go pee, please wash your hands. And I'll see you when I'm back. All right? All right. Great. Wonderful.
Are better for it. All of the skills that we looked at previously have some bonuses for buddying up, like we're seeing here.
Okay, so we're buddying up and doing it together. And do we share the resources that we're gathering here? Is there a shared loot system? How does that work?
Yeah, so anytime you're playing with friends or even just random folks in the world, as long as you participate in the activity, we want to make sure everyone gets the same kind of rewards. So we've got 2 players here that are chopping the tree. Both of them receive a loot pile that they can pick up and acquire. And that holds true across all of our various skills. So we really want to make sure players don't feel like they are kind of taking away from another player and allow them to join up and have fun together.
Great, that makes sense. And I think I'm seeing, now that Taylor and Maddie are teamed up here, they're chopping down these trees twice as fast. So is there a world where I could get 5 or 6 friends together to really just go through a whole area and we're all getting the loot? So it's just like a great way to get lots of loot.
Definitely possible. Okay. Some of our players have do what they call deforestation efforts on sides of the map where they'll group together and try to clear out a zone. We also have a couple opportunities where we really want you to join with some friends. So you may see certain trees out in the wilderness that you're gonna need to partner up to really take out.
Oh, wow, like just like a really massive tree.
Massive tree, or maybe something a little magical.
Oh, I love it. Okay, no more spoilers. I'll be quiet on that one. It looks like Maddie and Taylor now are fishing. Is there more to fishing together than just having really great conversations? Or is it, kind of like being away from the keyboard where you're fishing with a friend over, over a drink or something like that?
Yeah, so as long as you fish near another player, you actually both start to receive a little bit of a buff while playing. We also have an option where, and I love doing this, but if someone's struggling with the fishing minigame and you're able to walk up to them, you can give them a little bit of encouragement to help save them in that moment and help them catch that fish. And it's a really great, lovable moment that people can do together.
Can multiple people offer fishing encouragement to one player?
Yep, you can all join in and try to, cheer them on and make sure that they succeed.
All right, I feel like next time I'm in Palia, I want to get a bunch of friends together and just be the fishing cheering squad and applaud everyone so that they can catch whatever fish they like. I think that's maybe the way I'm going to play it moving forward. Ambrielle, have you had any experience with the cheering on friends in fishing?
Oh yeah, especially like we've been talking about, the mini game is a little tricky to get the hang of because it's not super simple. And once you get in there, it's definitely approachable. But yeah, some of those more rare fish, the ones with stars, they're pretty hard to catch. And so it's always great to run by, cheer for your friends. Even more fun when you don't know the player to just run by and have a nice little moment and then carry on with what you're doing.
I always go and clap someone whenever I see them catch a fish. I'll just run up and clap and then walk away.
Just a little random act of kindness to bring positivity to someone's day.
When they
I'm here for it. So I mean, at least with gatherings so far, with fishing and the things we've seen, do you think it's safe to say that, you know, Palia can be made even better with friends, if you will? It's fun. It's fun single player.
What
but when
was
you pair up
what
with
was the
friends,
great feature I missed?
You're getting more rewards faster. You're getting that positivity in fishing. Is it safe to say that?
Yeah, absolutely. That's been one of our core philosophies in designing any of the skills, is that, you know, we want you to be able to do things by yourself, but we really want to make sure it's better when you engage with other players. And, you know, an example here that we're seeing, this is the honey lure, which is a later stage item in the game.
Multiple people
for
drop down
insect
until they
catching.
all get into
Skill.
Yep.
It's open to
Very,
anyone to
very
come
good
in, and
feature.
so players that acquire these and craft them, they usually like to call out in the servers of like, hey, I've got a honey lure, anyone want to join up and we'll catch some insects? And so anyone can come in and start to, you know, jump into this party where you can see in the screen there's tons of insects just showing up.
The way I described it earlier was
and they can also combo if, you know, one of the rare insects show up here and try to catch it together. So.
And how would you combo to catch an insect?
Yeah, so as long as you try to throw your smoke bomb at one of the insects with your friend, you'll be considered as participating in that, and we'll reward you on it. And each time a player adds their smoke bomb to it, we give a little bit of an extra chance to catch.
That's all I'll say.
We also just have different smoke bomb types. So you might just have a basic one, and you might have a special one that has some sort of effect on the bug that makes it easier to catch.
Yes.
Okay, so pairing up with friends who have special smoke bombs is
and we got to play 2 to 3 hours during the stress test
right now.
Awesome,
and
though,
now
that you got the
moving
time
into
in there.
hunting
Yeah, it's
together.
very entertaining.
Ambrielle, what would be the benefit of hunting together?
Yeah,
I put a
so
lot
if you
of
have
time
terrible
into
aim
this
like
game.
me, it is helpful to have someone with better aim come with you, or even 2 people with bad aim. You'll get there. We're pretty forgiving with the hitboxes, but you can sneak up on these Sernuk for, depending on the tier of your bow and how skilled you are in hunting, they're going to take more than 1 shot, which means you're going to be really running around, and they're very fast and hard to keep up with. So having 2 shots or even more in a hunting party can really help, especially in the early game.
Okay, and I'm guessing that this works similar to insect catching, where anyone who participates in the hunting may get credit and may get the overall loot and resource for hunting, correct?
Correct. As long as you're trying to take that shot,
it's all about participation in the game. It's
and I see some farming
there
together.
You go. There's the
are we
farming.
gardening
Isn't
together
that great?
just to get it done faster? Is that the thought here?
Yeah, so you can always join your friend's house at their house and help them do a little bit of gardening by watering their crops or tilling their soil.
But I assume that it's not the same style of shared loot when it comes to harvesting, because you don't want everyone to come and harvest all your crops.
Yeah, this is one instance where you'll get the items yourself. Your friend isn't going to be able to steal your garden crops from you, as funny as that might be with some close friends. So
the best way to grief would just be going to someone's place and stealing all their crops.
Great.
All the resources.
Thank you for sharing that. Now, what is that menu we just looked at? Is that a little emote menu?
It is, yeah. So this is what you would do exactly to cheer somebody on in fishing, but you can also just do it for fun when you're with your friends.
Celebrating a great harvest with Jay. All right, now that we've harvested, this is the first time we're taking.
Wait, let me pause. I want to read a Viking fact for you, chat. The succession of kings in Scandinavia was a bit complicated, in the sense that it wasn't linear succession, so the king's brother, nephews, children, etc. could all stake a claim to the throne if they wanted, which sometimes led to succession disputes. I think at least once led to co-kings. I mean, I feel like that was an issue with a lot of monarchies back in the day, because I know for a fact that happened in some other cultures as well. It just, I mean, probably shouldn't have like one ruling class family to begin with anyway, but Scandinavia. There you go. There's your history. Everyone from Scandinavia in the chat. I found one of those when I first started the game, and I tried to make a woodland creature friend, but immediately found out that they were really fast. Yes, very true. Oh my god. Hey, it's me. Oh my god. We've labeled the Scandinavian in chat. We've identified
Tell me how we cook, what the benefits of
A lot of monarchies are wacky.
are,
Yeah, a lot of like divine right and crap
so
that cause like
this is the main
multiple
feature for
kings
using
and
all
empires to
those
exist
gardening crops you're
at the same
growing.
time.
It's a skill
Game
that
of
we really wanted to
Thrones, but
focus
real
on
life,
multiplayer gameplay in particular. And so sort of like real world cooking, if you're by yourself, it's going to be a little chaotic because you're jumping between different stations. You need to chop some veggies, you need to flip the pan. But with a friend, you can combo that up and make it a little bit easier. It's
like having a parent.
We have a number of
cosign
mini
for
games
an
as part of the
apartment.
cooking activity.
Or
This
like
one is the
a
chopping
scholarship.
one, but there's also a flipping, a stirring, and a rolling activity that you'll be asked to do. As players, like collaborate as long as again you help in making of this dish.
Dude, I can't wait
in
to
on that
cook
final
in this game.
dish
Let
that's
me
created.
cook, chat. Come on.
And I think Olivia mentioned earlier, but star quality dishes you'll be able to place on your plot. So, we see players often make a beautiful spread on their tables of their cooking activities.
Are there any particular perks or
There a
buffs
lot
or
of names
anything
are
that you
gonna
would
get
get
taken
from
quick.
a higher star quality meal?
I'd rather be a co-king
Yeah,
than
so
a co-peasant. Fair.
cooking and
or an
food
ex-king.
basically fill your
Especially
focus
because back
meter,
then it normally meant
which
you were dead.
Focus in the game really feeds into all of your progression. So as you do activities in
I
the
left my heart
game
in
and you
Scandinavia
level up
from
each of your
Jonas is
skills,
stuck in my
as long
head.
as you
Oh
have
my God.
focus, we're giving you a
wanna be a
benefit
cook.
or a
Me
bonus
too,
on that
Antichrist Bear.
experience earned. So it's definitely
let 'em
beneficial
cook.
if you want to really push forward in the game
Gotta
to
grab
keep
some
your
food.
focus
Enjoy
meter
your
full and make sure
food.
you're consuming food. On a
Thank you for the
regular
lurk.
basis.
I feel like that's a very stress-free take on a traditional survival mechanic within a game like this, where it's not like I need to eat and drink and sleep and keep all of that
That's what
running
I
in order
love
to do
about
this.
it. You do not
Instead,
need to-
you're rewarded
you don't have a
for
hunger
having your
meter.
focus meter full. Is that correct, Ambrielle?
Yeah, absolutely. Just sort of like a lot of things we've talked about, like with gardening, you
shorthand
can really
ways of
min-max if
writing
you want,
runes,
but you're
that's
not going to be
kinda cool.
punished for not doing the optimal thing.
That's
and
neat.
same with focus. It's really beneficial to
Shorthand
have a
stuff is
snack
so
before you go
interesting to
out,
learn
just like
about.
in real life,
Yep.
but you're going to be fine if you don't.
Just like in real life. I love a good snack before I go out, and in fact, had one today. All right. I have seen some pretty incredible looks today, some really nice fits on our villagers and on our
Oh,
characters.
here we go. This
How
is the
would
important
I go
stuff.
about
The
increasing
cosmetics check.
my own look and my own vibe check, if you will? Ambrielle, tell us about how we can look
Oh
our
my God,
best
chicken
in
nuggets for
Hilda.
dinner. I had that
Yeah,
as a
so
bedtime
we're
snack
running
last
into
night.
Jell's shop
Yummy.
right now, which is one of my favorite NPCs, and we're checking out all of the different options that we have. So we saw at the very beginning when we looked in Character Creator, there's a bunch of different options that are all available to players for free as soon as they start playing. And you can open up your wardrobe, which can be on your housing plot, at the stables, or you can come visit Jell's shop, which is a fun way to do it in town. And you can see all of those options that we saw in character creation for hair.
Here's what I
and,
like, chat.
all of these different outfits and accessories.
There's no
And then now we're taking a look
centralized,
at some of the premium
monopolized
options.
economy
So
in this
these
game.
are, they get a little bit.
Instead of having a Tom Nook or like a Scrooge McDuck, like in some other games, who own everything, the clothing, like just every good that you have to like infuse the economy of like your local area with, only through one place. They got specialized shops in this game. You know? Now that's real capitalism. Oh, God. I really did make a mistake looking at the premium cosmetic store. So many pretty outfits. We're about to see so many more of them, Liz. I like that top,
You
right?
have some
So
fun
many of the
options to
fits
mix
are
and match
great.
here. Swap all of the colors so that you can take one piece
Squeebles,
from
no!
one outfit and mix and match it with a bunch
my
of other
God.
ones and try to create something that's really unique
Chat
to
will
you.
argue with you that he's the only like
Yeah, we're
ethical
running through some
billionaire
of-
or something.
This is a fan favorite
With-
so far. For
every time I
Sixers,
played,
and I think probably for players too.
Are those shiny
Disney
antlers we were
Dreamlight,
just looking
we would
at?
get in
That's very
arguments
cool.
about it.
Exactly.
That's very
Now
cool.
that's
you
what I
mentioned that
call
some of the items
capitalism.
are more
Volume
premium,
8.
and we're here at Jell's shop. So
Yeah.
what is the currency in the world of Paleo?
Yeah,
Are we
the Able
trading
sisters own the
for
clothes. That's true,
this
but Scrooge
really cool bug that
McDuck,
we just
in the
caught,
beginning,
or how does that work?
Yeah, so
In the
this shop
beginning,
is the
you
only
can
place right
only
now
buy
where you are
clothes
using
from
real
Tom
world
Nook.
currency. So this is
And
our
then Scrooge
this
McDuck
is our
owns
premium
everything
store.
in
For
Dreamlight,
everything else
pretty
in the
much.
world, you're using gold, which you're getting through insect
really
catching, any
mix
of the other
sucks.
skills
Oh
that
my
you're
God.
just gaining normally throughout play.
Is that the mayor's jacket? Are we?
It's pretty
Can you buy the
close.
mayor's jacket?
Yeah, bite his style.
It
Oh
is
my
pretty
God.
fun to try to get some outfits that maybe match your favorite NPC or someone you're
Dude,
maybe
look
trying
at
to
look at the
impress.
variety
Get
of stuff.
something that maybe would appeal to them.
Very nice.
He's
And
about to
what
say
is
it,
this
say
that we're
for
looking at right now? That looks comfy.
Yeah, we have to pause on this one. This is a super
We only share one in this
comfortable look.
community.
This is
One
always what I
brain
like
cell
to be
bouncing
wearing
around
at my housing
like a
plot.
pinball.
I like to have different outfits for every occasion in Palia. And this is the one I would prefer to be wearing in real life too.
Yes, I think next time we all get together in this inn and do this
Dude,
stream,
look
we
at the
should all be wearing
onesies.
that
They're so
onesie.
cute.
That would be perfect. I love it.
I'm down.
That's
I
it.
love
We
'em.
have it. And oh my goodness, is that a musical instrument, Maxwell? What is that? Or can we play guitar in Palia?
That was the Bard Star outfit, which, yeah, if you really want to live the
Bard
rock and
Star,
roll
oh my
glam
God.
lifestyle, that's your outfit for you. Can't play instruments yet.
Okay,
But
yes.
it's
Oh,
definitely
hear the
something we
yet,
could
chat?
do in the future. We'll see.
I love that. And you know, there's a lot of
pretty
people
dope.
who want to live their best bard life. So I love that we
Absolutely.
have a look for that. Now, all of the looks that we're seeing right now, are these things players can expect to
Scrooge
see
makes you pay
during
for
Palia's
everyone
beta?
else's house. Ethical
Yeah,
billionaire.
absolutely.
If
So everything
anyone's
we're
an
looking at
ethical
now
rich
will be
homie
available
and
during the beta. As
it's
well
the
as coming in a
protagonist.
couple
That's
more
kind of
options, too.
true.
And then we're going to be releasing new options
Wolfie
all the
onesie,
time.
yeah.
There's already a pretty good breadth of expressions here that you could choose depending on what fantasy you want to
Squeebles!
have in Palia, what kind of player you want to be, and we hope to add to that all the
Oh
time
my
so
God.
that you can always find new expressions.
Does a mod
for
want to
that.
use the hose
Yeah,
command?
some of the
Chat to
looks
spray down
that we're
chat.
seeing right now look a little more real world inspired.
Onesie party.
While
Yeah,
some
you guys
of them
could get
do look
together
a little
in
magical and
game
more
and
high fantasy.
wear onesies
Kind of like the
while
look
you're
that
wearing
we're
onesies in
seeing
real
right
life.
now. What is
Absolutely.
this specific outfit?
Yeah, this is the
Thank you,
Soothsayer
Berkey,
outfit,
for
and you can see
spraying
that there's
down
3
chat.
versions of the Soothsayer outfit that all have a very different vibe to them. This one has the twinkling stars on the underside of the bottom, which
that's
I
kind of
love.
sick.
It's really fun to see while you're gliding.
Love the
Yeah, this
delivery
is
too,
pretty
10
much
out
the
of
outfit
10.
that you'll almost always find me in, or at least some parts of it mixed and matched with others.
Oh my God, Titan Gaming!
Awesome.
Thank you so
Now-
much
now
for the
does the
tier 1. I
Soothsayer
appreciate
outfit give
that.
you any
Welcome to
type
our
of
community.
buff or bonus,
Enjoy
or
the
are
emotes
these
and enjoy the
items
sub
strictly
badge.
cosmetic at this
Enjoy
point?
a month of
Strictly
ad-free viewing.
cosmetic, so we
Appreciate
want to
that
make
a
sure
lot.
that
Hope you enjoy your
nothing
time
that
here.
would hold you back from gameplay is pay gated.
We
in
also
any
have
way.
a
So
Discord
these
if
are,
you would
we
like
think
to join
expression
that
is
as
a really
well, if you
big
like
part
the
of
vibe
Palia,
here.
and players are going to
It's one
want
of the
to
premium
show
outfits I
off
wanna
the
get.
kind
Yeah,
of
that
personality
looks
they have
cool.
and change that as often as they want to.
It's
So
not
we want to have
chat,
a lot of
it's just
options there, but we
squeebles.
also
I'm
want to make
behaving
sure
tonight.
that there's
You're all
nothing that's
sprayed
going to block you
regardless.
from gameplay, no bonuses, no pay to
Glowing
win.
clothes, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like in terms
I
of
love this.
look, from what we've seen of
I
Palia
put
so
my phone
far,
on the floor and my
it's
cat
very
walked up
cozy,
and
but
just
there's
stared at
such a
the
wide
stream.
variety
Hi,
at the
kitty.
same time.
I'm
And I
inside
want
the
to ask
screen.
a little
Come get
bit
me. Whoa,
about
you can't
what it
touch me,
takes to
cat.
bring that art style of Palia to life. So
Tripping over
can you
characters
speak to the
earlier
efforts
too,
of
so
your
it's
team a little bit,
justified.
Andrea?
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a ton that goes into it and a bunch of super talented developers. It all starts with an idea, obviously, and
starts
that
with
comes from
one
a bunch
thing.
of different inspirations, whether it's from personal taste from individual artists, whether it's from inspiration from different media that we like, different art that we like, the world
Dude,
of
the
Palia.
glowing
It's
antlers
a
is
wide
kinda-
world already right
kinda
now,
sick.
but it's going to get so much bigger, like we keep talking about.
Loving the
There's
vibe
a
and
lot that
enthusiasm
will
for the
unveil in
game.
the
I
future, and
love
we
these
try to
types of
take
games.
inspiration from
You could ask
all of
anyone
those
in this
things,
community. I have poured
as
a
we
lot of time
translate it
into
from
these
a
types of games.
concept to
So,
modeling,
and
rigging,
it's nice
getting
because
it
our
into
community
game,
is
animating
really,
it,
really excited
all
for
kinds
this
of
as
different
well.
texture, material treatments, and of course testing it. through
Haven't
our
shrimped in
awesome
half an
team.
hour?
Yeah, it's a
Your-
very
your
in-depth
shrimp meter's
process, but it
broken.
really does pay off
Gotta
when you
start
get to
shrimping
see it in
harder.
world. And Maxwell, would you say the same for your team as well? It's, walk us through that process a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. When we think about creating the world and that cozy vibe, there's a lot of intentional thought put behind,
Like I said,
shape language.
this is
and
not
color
just
palette
lip
in the
service.
game, and
These
I think
these people
see
I've
a
gotten to
little bit
talk
in
to a lot
second.
of them.
So the team is constantly trying to find a way of
Fish and
balancing
cats, take care.
how do
Thanks
we
so
make
much for
sure
dropping
a
by.
player can express themselves in whatever real world aesthetic they
Yeah,
want,
exactly.
but also make
Squeebles.
it
Yeah, I can't
match
add
appropriately
Coral
with the
Island
world of
into the
Palia.
rotation of
That
games
makes
I
sense.
have.
All right, now earlier when we met Kenyatta, Ambrielle, I said let's talk about this a little later in the stream, but Kenyatta has a very unique style, and I feel like
Yeah,
we
dude,
get
Kenyatta's
to see
fits
so
go
much of her
hard.
personality just in her look. Can we talk about how her signature look came to be?
Absolutely. I love looking at these these concepts. I think it's really cool when you see a sheet like this and you can instantly get an idea of who the character is. We were talking about this a little bit earlier. You can see even with some of the notes here,
Palia
like
Discord. Yeah, the official Palia Discord has a lot of people
but you will
on it.
never
It's really
catch her
cool.
doing that. She's always having it tied around her waist. So you can really see the
very
stats that
rarely
come
check
through,
over
which
there,
is
just
really
as a
rooted
heads up.
in
I
how
mainly
the
only check the
character's
partner
narrative
Discord.
is shaped by Olivia's team, and it's sort of input
Pinata's
from
an
all
absolute
disciplines
badass, she
figuring
is.
out how we bring this character to life. Even seeing
Coulda
like some of
shrimp
the
a little
small
bit.
details and how her jacket matches the same fabric as her mom.
Yeah, Sad
Esther,
Waffle
who
Monkey, they're
she's not always the
talking
biggest
about
fan
maybe
of
adding
outwardly,
tattoos
but there's
and
still some
stuff
ties
too,
there.
so it'd be very
yeah.
cool.
I think it's wonderful. I'm so glad that we're
Too
getting
many people
a
for
look
this
at
type of game? What do you mean? It's an
concept art,
MMO.
because I don't know that I would have picked out right away that was a blazer.
It's not
that
all
was tied around
50K
her waist,
online
but
at
you're
once,
right.
by the way.
It
They
says
have
so much
different
about her
instances.
character that,
Like
you know,
most MMOs, you get
can
different
see how her
instance
mother would love
servers.
her to dress. But she's doing her own thing, and I am here for it. All right, let's go back to Maxwell. What you were saying, kind of about the game
Squeebles,
style
we were kind of
overall,
expecting that to
and
happen.
how you were able to pull some real world inspiration.
Gamers
some
don't
fantasy
deserve rights. They're kind of ungrateful.
Into a look that still feels very cozy.
The
and
free
lovely
game
and
in beta.
Yeah,
and they're
our
like,
art director Jeremy has done
like,
a phenomenal
I
job.
get it. I get being
kind of
impatient and
finding
feeling
this
FOMO,
cozy
but don't
vibe
let it run
and
your
how we
life and
influence
ruin the time of other
every
people.
object in the
That's
world.
like really scummy.
And we can see,
you
looking
know?
at Kilima's library here, look at the architecture and
You know how many
we have
invited
these
were
like
sent out?
curved edges,
Every partner got 25 codes.
soft shapes,
So
pastel
I gave out
colors,
all 25 of
to
mine in my
soften
Discord.
kind of the mood. Trying to
Outside of
avoid
that,
like
I'm not
hard
sure how many
points
partners
that the
we
player
actually
could, accidentally
But
brush against
a
and,
decent
and
number
feel
went out.
pain. So
And
everything
like I
is
said, it's
meant to
open
feel
beta
like
in a
cozy and
week.
comfortable.
It's a
yeah,
free
and
open
I
beta
assume
in a
this
week.
design
so,
philosophy
yeah.
holds for the interiors as well.
Yeah, it goes through all of our decor objects. So if we look at
Squeebles, that's
the
kind of my thought
bed
on it
here
too.
in a
It's like,
second,
I'm sorry you missed out
as
on
we
the
try
codes,
to like
but
take influences of
they never said that
real world
they're
objects
never gonna
or
put out more
in this
codes.
case, like what does
And
a
open beta's
fancier,
around
more
the
like
corner.
aristocratic vibe
By the way,
look like?
Palia, use the Palia command. I'm stopping the audio so that everyone can hear me. Use the Palia command. Go to palia.com. Sign up for the open beta. That is the only way you'll get an open beta invite. So do that.
But still feel cozy at the end of the day. You can see that come through in this again.
We
trying
wanted to
smooth
go talk
things
there
off.
about
We've
how
got the
much
nice
fun it was,
silk,
and then I saw the amount of people.
bedding on it.
It's kind of not
really tries to
worth
hit that
engaging with
vibe
the
of
general
coziness.
public.
Yeah, and I mean, you
in
can
any
see from
game
the art style alone the
community,
kind
in my
of sheen
opinion.
to the fabric. But
Most
is
of
that
them kinda fucking
reflected
suck.
in how one would craft the items
You're really
then as well? So
ungrateful.
you need the more premium fabrics to make the more premium furniture.
Because you're going to have a valid complaint
As you
without
saw,
being
that
a
had
pain in
silk
the
in it.
ass
You're
to
probably
everybody.
going to have to get some silk in the
Without
game to
coming
make
across
that
as a
bed.
brat.
All right, awesome. We have already seen so much, but I am getting the feeling that there's more to Palia than meets the eye.
Absolutely. As much as we've gotten to run through today, it's still just a sliver of all the things out there to experience in Palia.
Exactly, Liz.
We do
Yeah,
have
like I said,
one other really exciting thing that we
codes
wanted to
are
show off
most
today,
likely
which
going to
is
go out.
looking at our first adventure zone,
And then
Bahari
open
Bay.
betas around the corner.
Cool.
Never joined
Bahari
huge
Bay,
Discords.
it
I
looks
try
very
not to.
mysterious.
Where
Just 'cause I get
our
overwhelmed, but
first,
every now and then.
zone that we've been looking through, Kilima, compared to this zone, which is meant to be our
All
title
signed
for them,
up?
our
Hell
adventure
yeah.
zones, we're really trying to capture this sense of exploration, this kind of greater sense of scale. But this is also functionally where you're going to be doing a lot of the higher end gathering, where you're going to be doing a lot of collaborating with other players.
How pretty is that?
Finding so many of those hidden things.
I love
of
how
boxes
blue
and
the
such
water
that we
is
were
in the
talking
game,
about
too.
earlier.
It's really nice.
It's just going to be a fun place to explore and a really different vibe from what you get at Kilima.
Sign up and verify your
Bahari
email,
Bay,
whatever
you
the
see it now, is
website
just
tells
the
you to do.
beginning. Like, we're going to be coming out with new adventure zones. We're also going to be revisiting adventure zones you've already seen. So if a door is closed, you may see it
I'm
open
so
later.
excited to explore
I
in this
see.
game more.
So you may have thought that you explored Bahari Bay and then returned to it later only to find out that a new door is open and there's much more
There
to
you
explore.
go.
Oh my goodness, there is so much to take in within this world. For everyone watching, when can players
I
get their
love that little
hands on
plushie.
Palia?
So
First
cute.
off, really important thing, sign up at palia.com. That'll give you a chance to get into our upcoming closed beta, which you can
Yeah,
see here.
Antichrist Bear, that's what I
so
do.
definitely something big to look forward to. Again, sign up at palia.com.
I am
Awesome.
a
I cannot
huge,
wait.
huge
I'm
fan
gonna
of
be
only
streaming
keeping
it. I'm
track
super
of
stoked.
news via
Thank
Discord.
You. Thank you to
And then I
everyone
participate in
who's
very few
watching.
actual servers.
Thank you to our wonderful panel that we have here today. It has been such a pleasure being here. So I'd like to close it out with all of you telling us what you are most excited for players
This is good
to
to
get
get
their
dev
hands on
insight,
Palia.
though.
Aiden?
I'm glad they had this stream
Wow,
up.
it's hard to pick just one thing, but after all this time, I just can't wait to see players be in the space, to get to
Yeah,
be
Liz, you
playing
were
the
saying
game,
that
to
it's
see the world of
actually
Palia
so
filled
good,
with
right?
life the way we
So
always
pretty.
intended it. So I'm just excited to see you all in Palia as a part of the experience and see how everything speaks to you.
Oh, we are excited too. All right, Olivia, what are you most looking forward to
I do the
from
news
players
and
in the closed beta?
stay away from trending topics
I
on
can't
Twitter
wait for players to meet the characters that I've been spending the last 3 years getting to know. Our entire development
I
team
just have stopped
has
using
been
Twitter
spending
for
the
the
last
most
2
part,
years
except to
getting
post
to
my
know.
stuff.
So I can't wait
And
for
interact
everybody
with those
to
of you
meet,
who reply
the
to it.
characters.
The cast of characters is so colorful. It's going to be amazing. All right, Maxwell, what excites you the most about players joining into the world of Palia?
Aiden kind of touched on it, but I'm very excited to see how players respond to the game, especially later in the game when they're progressing and what they do with their houses and how they customize it. Like, we've already seen a ton of creativity in our alphas, and once we open up
Just
to
exciting
even more
there's a
players,
game that really
I
is all
expect we're gonna
about
see some
like
really cool stuff.
yeah, express your
And
individuality.
for you,
while play this
Ambrielle,
thing.
what
I
are
think
you
that's cool.
most excited to see once players finally jump into the world of Palia?
I'm really excited to start seeing players playing together. I think when we have a really active chat going on, there's folks inviting each other over to come cook together, let's go insect catching together, and bringing that kind of social experience back to the game.
I think it's going to be really fun. All right, again, thank you to everyone
I'm
for being
excited.
here today. Thank you all for watching. Stick
Hey, you're
around
welcome,
for an
Tricia
exclusive
Hirschberger.
behind-the-scenes look
Thanks.
at our live orchestra recording
that
by
was right to
Palia's
me.
composer, Stefan Schmidt. And we will see you in Palia. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Yeah, Andy Grossbear, it's almost too much choice. Look at that clarinetist. I used to be a clarinetist. It's pretty. I love when production has actual live music for the orchestra score. So cool. Corvid, let's go. Fellow clarinetists unite. Running at the walls, this is so good. It's the beta technically now, but the servers had to go down because they found a game-breaking bug. But open beta starts on the 10th. So if you don't have a code for closed beta, you have a very short wait. You're a violinist, Ronan, that's cool. I was never good at like orchestral stringed instruments like that. I tried. I can play a little bit of guitar, I can play bass guitar, you know, play a little bit of dulcimer. I could never get the hang of like the ones with the bow though. Played alto and bass clarinet, Big Honga Boy. Yeah, I played both of those as well. I was it's a fun fact I haven't shared in a while because I'm a huge dork. In high school, I was the 4th best clarinetist in New York State. So I'd go to all the like state band, like big national gathering things and would be part of those like orchestras and bands and stuff. So that was kind of cool for someone who's a total fucking dork. The music is what nearly made me cry. It's so good, isn't it? And now you got to see how it was made. Isn't that neat? I can play instruments, but not well. I can play 13 different instruments. This is my origin story of why I'm a giant fucking geek. I can play 13 different instruments to various degrees. Some of them not super well. Some of them to a degree where, you know, I was like in bands and music projects and stuff like that. But I love music. I miss making music. I've told my dark timeline of I used to be in a bunch of bands and music projects during the scene back in the mid 2000s through late 2000s. I was on the road for some of those. I did the living out of a van on fast food and Denny's life for a bit. So that was fun. Got to meet a lot of people doing that. Got to see a lot of really disgusting dive bars for musical venues. But yeah, I've always loved making music. Some of you might not know this, but I started content creation technically longer than the 10 years that I've documented via YouTube. I was a MySpace creator. I was a MySpace musician. I had about 10,000 followers, which was pretty decent size back then. for one of the music projects that I had back then. But yeah, I kind of miss making music. I think about doing it all the time, and then I'm like, I can't even get myself to make YouTube videos anymore. How could I do that too? But I want to eventually, someday I will get back to doing everything. Can you play piano? I can, not super great, but it's passable, and I love composing via piano. When I write a song, even if it's for a different instrument, I almost always write it on piano first, and then I transpose it to other instruments. That's just the easiest way for me to do it. So I was not good at playing clarinet. I had braces when I started. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's rough. Yeah, that braces messed up your embouchure for sure. So, and then I also was in, like choir. I was in a jazz choir. I was in regular chorus. I was in musicals. I mean, you guys probably get the theater kid energy out of me anyway. But yeah, so I got to do a bunch of that stuff. All right, cool. That was fun to watch. It was a good time, even though it's not the game yet still. Drums? No. I actually, I have rhythm, but I am so dog shit at percussion, like playing it, cannot do it. Cannot do it. We're very musical in chat. I think that most of the community is theater kids and music nerds. I think we were all dorks, How long has the game been down? I don't know. It went down like 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago, something like that. So that is what we've sort of been waiting for, which sucks ass, because I want to play it. But also not the devs' fault. As you guys saw, they're a fairly small team. And this game is a free game with a ongoing live service, which is a humongous technical thing to accomplish. Yeah, it's a beta, exactly. And people are not being very understanding about the fact it's day one of a beta. It's like the crack I made at the beginning of stream. If this was a Blizzard game, all of us would be 50,000th in queue, and the servers wouldn't even work once we logged in. This is a small team doing their best with the resources that they have, and it's gonna be up when it's up. It might not be till tomorrow, but like we were talking about, they're probably gonna send out more closed beta keys at some point. If they don't, we only got a week until it's open beta, so there's that. And then around holiday time, it will be on Switch also, and it's a free game. It's gonna be a free game at launch, just really neat. So excited for that. The only thing that will cost you money is if you buy premium currency to buy the special cosmetics. And then outside of that, there's no pay to win. It's just vibe and do your thing. Turns out I have to get up at 4:30 tomorrow, so I've got to head out. Y'all are amazing. Maddie, take care. Thanks so much for hanging out. I want to learn banjo. I won't lie. Banjo is one of those instruments I've always wanted to learn how to play. And back in the day, I was like, man, if I ever go full-time with content creation and I really take off, I'm going to buy myself a banjo. I lied to myself. I have not bought myself a banjo yet, but I kind of want to buy one just to learn how to play it. I'm the type of person who learns how to play musical instruments by ear. I can read some classical sheet music, but mainly it's lock me in a room with an instrument for a day. I'll probably learn how to play it. That's just the type of musician that I am. So that is how I got to my body count of 13 instruments. So, yeah. Plague Doctor, hello, hi, welcome to the stream. All right, chat, I guess I don't know what the hell to do now because it's almost 10 p.m. I can't stick around too much longer because tonight is anime night that I do every Wednesday with my friends. That's why this is a bonus stream. I normally don't stream on Wednesdays. So, I'm one of those people who has plans sometimes on this day. And today is anime night with my friends. What are you watching? We just finished Trigun Stampede, which was pretty fun. And then we started, let me see the name of the anime. Let me see here. Trigun Stampede was alright, it was fun. It was a decent show. I don't like the 3D animated shows that much, if I'm going to be honest, but It was all right. It's okay. Turned out all right. Not to mention Johnny Young Bosch is a fantastic lead. Incredible voice actor. All right. We were watching The Melancholy of Haruhi, whatever the fuck the name is. Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. I've never seen it, but my friends were like, dude, you've never seen this? We have to watch this. This is one of those shows that just gets bonkers very quickly for no reason. Like, it starts off, you think it's one thing, and then it just gets nuts. So I'm excited to continue. We only watched, like, 2 episodes of it so far, so I'm very excited to see more. You didn't get to do Selfish Sunday. It's a bonus stream, so you can just hit us with the surprise ending. That's actually kind of true, Squeebles. Very, very true. I just really suck at instruments. I can sing really well, but I can't be like, yes, I'm going to sing this note. That's fair. I mean, that's the way a lot of people, they need to, like, work up to the pitch or whatever. Like, they don't just, like, instantly hear the pitch in their head. That's fine. That's a perfectly valid way to, like, get to the note that you need to sing. You know? Hey, what's Justin? Hi. Yeah, that's just a reminder to people I'm a Palia partner, and if you want to sign up for the upcoming open beta, palia.com is your best resource. The fact that I still know most of the Hare Hare UK yeah, so that is a dance that my friend was like, this is a reference we make all the time and you never get, and now I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start getting it now. Back from family dinner, had a scrumptious time. What did I miss? Beans, we just watched the developer live stream / vlog interview thing that they had put up with, like, a bunch of the gameplay of, like, the alpha footage and the features in the game. Some of which has changed since they moved into beta and gotten through, like, a bunch of the early access stuff. But I'm glad your dinner was good. I just got back from Otakon. Yeah, I've heard of Otakon. I had fans years ago who wanted me to go to that. I've heard that that's pretty fun. I hope that you and your daughter had a great time, Pete. But I've never been to Otakon. I haven't actually ever been to any anime convention except for a local one here in Rochester. But I've wanted to go to, like, a couple of them. I've heard that they're pretty fun for the most part. But I also, this is a little bit selfish, but I want to try to land my first anime credit before I go to one of those. Because I think it would be really funny if I went to one of those and then someone was like, wait, I recognize you, or I recognize your voice. I think that would be kind of fun. Anime North is all right. I've heard Anime North is just okay. But yeah, that is one of my goals. Is obviously I've done voice acting for, like, a bunch of indie games and stuff like that. Some more traditional animation, but I want to land my first anime and then start going to anime cons. I think that'd be a really fun way to meet fans. So we'll see if that happens. Right now, kind of in the middle of not really being able to be cast in anime with the strikes going on, which is fine because we support our strikers. And yeah, we'll just see. We'll see what happens. Plus, I don't live near an anime hub, which is kind of rough. Any cons you are planning on going to for us to meet you in the wild? Currently not. I don't know. I thought about doing, like, PAX West or TwitchCon, but those are pretty tentative. I probably wouldn't. I don't know if I'm going to go to those. It's one of those things where, like, I used to go to cons to meet you guys, and it'd be that thing where, like, you know, back in the 2018, 2019 heyday of my career, there was, like, a lot of people demanding me at conventions to the point that I got to, you know, fill up panel rooms, and I got to cap my signing lines at like PAX and whatever other conventions I went to. And that was a blast. That was so cool. And I would be like, okay, this is worth people's time. They spent all this time to travel here. They spent all this money to come to the con and pay for flights and hotels or gas to drive to it or whatever. And I was like, cool, like, there's enough people here that it's like, oh, they get this, like, experience to meet me and see me, like, do panels and whatever. Since the pandemic, obviously, things have dropped off a little bit, which is fine. That's the natural ebb and flow of content. Plus, I haven't really been making consistent YouTube videos for a while now. But by the way, self-confidence is coming back a little bit. I think that I'd like to move into doing that again sometime soon, just as a heads up. No, I've been saying that for a while, but I kind of like really mean it now. Like I'm really feeling it. But yeah, I don't know if I would want to be like, hey guys, I'm gonna be at this convention and have people like spend hundreds, thousands of dollars, whatever, to come see me, and it be kind of like disappointing or whatever. I want it to make sure that it's like worth your time and my time when I do those types of things. Missing you on YouTube, I promise. I got some video ideas. It's just for those of you who don't know, who haven't been like around for a while, or if you're newer here, you know, obviously past 3 years especially were pretty cruel to my mental health. So I have been dealing with a bunch of stuff behind the scenes, figuring myself out. I think I'm getting to a better space mental health wise and happiness wise and stuff like that. And I just had to take a break from it. I was going kind of crazy sitting in my office here editing videos for a million years in the dark and freaking out about if they were gonna, you know, get enough views for me to make like ad rev and stuff like that. I love the aspect of streaming where I get to like talk to you almost in real time. We get to play video games and stuff here. But I had to like cut something out of my life. YouTube was one of those things. I'd been doing it for like 10 years. I just needed to take a little bit of a break. And even though it's a very large part of my like full-time income and stuff like that, I think it was the right move. But yeah, I'm starting to get ready to get back to it. It's probably not going to be as gaming centric. I'd love to keep Twitch as like, I do gaming streams here. And then YouTube would be more about like doing more creative videos or goofy joke videos, whatever. With occasional gaming every now and then. But we'll see. We'll see where the year leads. There's plenty of it left to do some fun stuff. It's completely fair for both of the cons and break. Yeah, I mean, the nice thing is now we have stuff like TikTok, where I've started making more short-form videos, goofy stuff like that, and it's bringing my confidence back as far as, like, there's a little bit less anxiety about the eventual return to long-form stuff. Take care of yourself first and foremost. Other things can wait. Thank you. I appreciate that. Glad you're taking care of yourself. Thank you. It was a weird thing to try to prioritize, but I'm there now, you know? Food has been acquired. I'm no longer lurking. Well, I hope that your food's very good. I've been watching Twitch a lot more lately. I really enjoy it too. It's great to talk to like-minded people in real time. Yeah, I mean, that's my favorite thing about like Twitch communities is we can all start talking about a topic and the entirety of the chat suddenly just turns over to talk about that. I think that's freaking awesome. YouTube comment sections, I've always had a blast in on my own videos most of the time. And it's a great way to interface with people, especially because like you can get a comment at any time and interact with it. But it's kind of neat to, again, theater kid here. I literally feed off of energy that's live. I like real-time energy. I like live energy. It definitely allows me to bounce off of you guys in an easier way. So, yeah. But yeah, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do here. It's like 10 o'clock. I have my thing at 11-ish, so I gotta like end a little bit earlier just to get ready for that. You guys want to watch me play Minesweeper again? Maybe I might be able to do. Let me do one more attempt to get in the Palia server, just in case they haven't updated anyone yet. Then if it doesn't work. Looks like it's still down. Okay, yeah. Poop. Alright. I might swap over to a little bit of just like chill power wash. You guys know that I'm a Palia partner now. You know that this is going to be a game that takes up a lot of time on this channel very, very soon. So, I'd like to apologize if either of the chats about cons or YouTube made you feel... No, not at all. I'm an open book. I only share what I want to with the internet. That's my boundary to prevent parasocialism in our community. Is if you hear me talk about something, if you hear me share something, it's because I wanted to do it. I feel comfortable doing so. That's where my boundaries and my self-confidence are these days. So you have not made me uncomfortable in any way, shape, or form, Jay. You're great. I appreciate the mindfulness, but like genuinely, yeah, don't feel bad. You're wonderful. Just check the Palia Discord to see if there was any more updates on the hotfix. They said it's a lot more complicated than they thought. Yeah, that's what the last update was about. Also giving me a new favorite quote. Yes, we're alive, but like mushy banana. That's so fair. That is very, very fair. All right. I guess, I don't know. Just update Nightbot command and stuff like that. We'll do a little bit of power wash before I log off for the night. All right, chatting and more chill power wash simulator vibes. Some good stuff. I'll keep the Palia command up just so people can like check it out. Sign up for the open beta and stuff like that. Yo, what's up, Talia? How we doing? Yeah, a little bit of wash sim. I'm gonna title this Palia closed beta waiting room. 'Cause that's basically what's happening here. I love Power Wash Sim, don't get me wrong, but it is no Palia. Is Morgan streaming tonight? She's taking the night off. She just pinged her Discord about it. She's feeling a little bit under the weather. So if you guys want to go over to her Discord and leave her some nice messages and let her know that you appreciate her, that's always lovely. Only if you're comfortable doing so. But, a Paleo Wash Simulator. It would be a dream come true if Power Wash Sim and Palia did a crossover DLC. I'd freak out. I'd be so happy about it. Palia is no Talia. So true. Another update post, no new news. Ah, bummer. I'm getting the feeling that it might not be till tomorrow that we're going to see some life on the servers. But again, it's a live service and it's technically, they're not like taking it down for like overnight maintenance or anything like that. At least that's not the plan as far as I know. So who knows? We might be able to play it like, you know, late night gang overnight. I mean, I won't be streaming it, but like I might see some late night gang in it. Stopping by while I get ready for bed. So many life updates since I've been able to hop in for streams. Emiato, hey, what's up? How we doing? Glad to hear that you're staying busy, getting ready for bed, cozying up. I'll be spending more time tonight investigating. Please stay tuned for more updates. I'm so glad again that this team is as basically dialed in as they are. It's one of those things where like you don't get that from every dev out there. There's a lot of really good grassroots homegrown devs that are great about it. Like Finji's really good about that kind of thing. Not that they have a live service game, but you get the vibe. A lot of indie studios are wonderful about it, but it's just like such a bummer that a lot of AAA gaming, we've lost that sort of community feel, which I get just due to the scope of it, but it's refreshing to see a game that's live service have this much feedback and communication. Don't say you'll see the late night gang in there because they will look for you. No, that's fine. You're allowed to come and find me and say hi. It's a very social game. I'm just Girbeagly in the game. Same username pretty much everywhere. You know how to find me. No longer working in bookstore hell. I'm free. That's wonderful. I'm an office girly now. I hope that goes so well for you, like genuinely. I hope that that's a great change of pace for you. Thanks for sharing your updates. That's cool. You want us to find? Yeah, it's a social game. This isn't like a game where you guys can like grief me or like PvP kill me or anything. Or like, you know, there's also a streamer mode where if I literally just don't want to see your chat messages, I can straight up turn them off. I can go into streamer mode and it will hide both my username so that only my nickname is available, and also like hide the chat if I wanted to. So if someone finds me and I'm like in the main hub server area and I'm just vibing out trying to do my own thing and they're like, hey Brian, you're a streamer, where's your legs? 500 times in a row, I can literally just turn off chat and I can pretend they're not there. So Late Night Gang will find you to say hi. I'm fine with that. That's a-okay by me. That's good. Come say hi. Heck yeah. But yeah, I guess this is the plan for the next half hour or so. We're just gonna chill and do a little powered wash. Wait, did I rename the stream? Oh, I did, yeah. I called it Palia Beta Waiting Room. Hey, you're a streamer. Where's your legs? Funny and original. Brozapeng, hello. That bookstore job was getting so bad. I work for a pet company, and I get to work with my friends since first grade. Just finished my... Oh, my God. I love that, Em. What a glow up. Heck yeah. So proud of you. Wonderful to hear that news. Sometimes all it takes is just like a change of pace like that, you know? And it turns things around. I'll let you know that I went from the lowest I ever was in my life, living in Jacksonville, Florida, to moving back to New York and finishing my degree and just like jumping into like a different chapter of my life. It was a huge help for my brain. Wonder how many of the late night gang I'll find in game when I'm able to play. Well, as of right now, it's just me and 25 of us from the beta keys. But although some late night gang might have gotten beta keys from being testers or from other Palia partners, now that I think about it. So I don't know, maybe you'll run into some. That'd be really cute and really fun. Right now the server population is a lot smaller than it's going to be during open beta, obviously. So I think your probability of running into each other is a little bit higher. And then we also have the added benefit of, you know, Discord's got the general gaming chat, where if you're like, hey, this is my username, add me as a friend, you'll be able to be added by other people from the community, which is really cool. Some networking. Some friend time. Which is the whole reason that we even set up the general gaming chat to begin with, was for like, you know, people being like, yo, I got this like great pull in Genshin, or like, yo, I caught this awesome shiny Pokemon in like Pokemon Go. But also like to organize like gaming nights with each other. If you want to use those voice channels that we have in the Discord to like be like, yo, we're all playing Palia together in the Discord. Hit it up. Do it up. It's cool. You guys aren't babies. Not gonna baby glove you about it. You got the option to do that, the freedom to do that. I'm excited for the community aspect of Palia. Me too. I'm very, very excited to like see some people running around. We all will say hi to each other if we recognize your user. Yeah, that would be so cute. Very, very good. And again, it's really nice because like you have the option to like have people just come by and like look at your stuff, like, you know, similar to Animal Crossing. Or if you're like, hey, I want to make like a collaborative farm with other people, you can like give them the permission to alter some of the stuff going on like on your property. That's a brilliant feature in my opinion. So gonna be so cute. Yeah, very, very fun stuff. So I'm excited to see lots of Palia screenshots in the general gaming chat room on the Discord. Some people already shared their characters who all look adorable. Love it. Huge late night gang meetup in Palia. Yeah, wouldn't that be fun? We could take like a group picture, share it to the Discord and like social media. That would be so cute. Starting a farm call in Palia. I don't know about y'all, but I am a carrot gang. I'm gonna be growing so many carrots, making so many carrot-based meals. I told y'all I'm gonna be the best, the #1 cook in whatever server I'm in. I'm gonna be the best Palia cook ever. I'm gonna be so many carrot-based meals. The late night cult. Oh my god. It'd be so cute. Yeah, a little group picture with the gang, with the late night gang. Guys, we don't need to be a cult. We're already a gang. We have like Twitch guns and stuff, and switchblades. And we go, when you're reject, you're reject. Since your first cigarette, you know. Update as of 8 minutes ago. Hotfix update, as Asherell mentioned. Complexity of this issue has the team in discussion about next steps. All the warmth, kindness, and support you've shown us today has powered us forward. We'll be spending more time tonight investigating. Please stay tuned for more updates. Awesome. Again, they don't owe the community any of that communication, and the fact that they're giving it and people are still being ungrateful twits really annoys me, but I'm really grateful that they are a dev team that's like willing to, you know, even be like, hey, we are aware that this issue is going on. We're so sorry. We're doing our best. We hope people understand. Thank you for understanding. Yeah, you know? That's one of those things that, like, People need to be a little bit more patient, offer a little bit more grace, and be a little bit more understanding, and that will solve a lot of issues in the world. This is why I'm always like, yes, I am a lifelong gamer. No, gamers do not deserve rights as human beings. They are all the most ungrateful, entitled pieces of shit that I've ever come across in my lifetime. Be better than the standard, which is the bar is in hell at this point. Gamers are a-holes, yeah. When you're a jet all the way from your first cigarette to your last dying day. That's right. In the late night gang. People are so mad about the premium cosmetics. It's beta. They're going to be rebalancing things. I don't know why beta isn't an indicator. It's because media literacy and critical thinking are all dead. It's literally why my TikTok that I put up the other day is just me lying, telling a bunch of fake music facts about Ludacris on TikTok. It's like easily Googleable. You're watching TikTok on your phone. You have access to Google right there. If anyone in Late Night Gang wants to be a farmer and doesn't want to do house decor, I would love to plot share. Oh, that's so cute. That'd be fun. People are absolutely going wild with the accusations towards the devs just because they're charging for some optional cosmetics. People with low functioning brains almost every single time will jump to a conclusion that is the least likely conclusion that's ever existed in the entire world, instead of just going, it could be this really simple thing. I don't get that. Jumping through loopholes to be angry at people is, you're overcomplicating your own life. There's going to be a reason that like your brain explodes at some point, and you look around and you go, oh my god, I have nobody in my life likes talking to me ever. You know. I didn't see the Ludacris TikTok. Yeah, they put it up last night. American Heart Association. Hello, hi, welcome. I hope that you're doing well. Nice to see you here. Very unexpected. Well, I'm doing some power wash sim, but it's nice to see you. I hope that things are going well in the office. Hello. If you do not know about the American Heart Association, fantastic cause out there. Always cool to see philanthropic and medically based foundations in our Twitch chat. It's weird to say this out loud, but this is obviously not the first time we've had a really cool organization in our chat that deals with helping people. Things are good at the AHA. Love to hear that. Very good stuff. People think they're entitled to closed beta keys. People think they're entitled to premium cosmetics. They don't understand how currency conversion works. I don't blame you, Squeebles. Like, protect your peace. You can't reason with unreasonable people a lot of the times. They've already created a narrative that they're just going to stick to, that they're not trying to actually hear anyone out and have a real debate. They just want to, like, shout at people and, like, only live by their sort of version of reality that they've perversed in their head, which is always a bummer to see that. But, like, it is not worth... You owe zero obligation as a human being to try to remedy those people's behavior or offer them space. You are allowed to go, no, I don't like this. I am literally going to check out of this conversation and go do my own thing, because clearly you're just unhappy and miserable and want to drag other people down. You're the weirdo in this situation. You're absolutely allowed to protect your own peace and prioritize that. That's been my biggest thing. My saying this year, a lot of you have heard it, has just been pursue, protect, preserve your peace. You know? Prioritize it. Sometimes people seem to just wake up deciding to be in a bad mood, so they ain't worth your time. Right. They are going to invent a delusional narrative to try to make themselves feel better about themselves and make other people feel worse about themselves. Sometimes it just ain't worth engaging with. We have limited spoons every day. Protect that. Protect your mental health. It's important. It's not your job to save the world. You can do things like donate to the American Heart Association. You know, help people who are in medical need. Be aware of the things going on in the world so that you can be inclusive and intersectional as much as you can be. But it is not your job to take on every single burden all the time, especially if it's some miserable jackass who's trying to force you into an impossible to win scenario so they can go, haha, see, I'm the Reddit intellectual here. I read more Reddit than you and I have a bigger brain. When it's like, no, you actually probably the opposite. You read more Reddit and as a result, you've convinced yourself that this weird delusion that you're living is the way that 99% of the population is when you're probably the 1% of it. You know? More power to people who leave spaces to protect their peace. Exactly. You don't always have to engage. Looking at that chat is a great reminder of why I no longer do any Discord modding. People feel entitled to anything someone else might have. It's really weird, right? And that's the other thing, too, is at the end of the day, is it a bummer that the beta's down? Yeah. Is it a bummer not everyone got beta keys? Sure. But it's really, at the end of the day, it's not that deep. If this was enough to ruin your day, you probably have bigger fish to fry, and it's actually a little bit embarrassing that playing this video game is the thing that you have time to mull about. That you're gonna be the super, like, oh my god, I'm gonna just, like, ruin other people's day with my shitty attitude. Like, you're the weirdo in there. So, protect your mental health and you'll help protect your heart a little. There you go. I like that. A little bit on theme. So you read more Reddit? Name every Reddit. When spoons are low, protect at all costs. Yeah. The definition of first world problems. Exactly. It's the Kardashian meme of like, people are dying, Kim. Literally, people are dying. Literally, we're in the middle of like weird inflation. We're in the middle of a housing crisis. People have their rent raised to these insane levels where they're not able to even afford a place to live. Like, 30-year-olds are moving back in with their parents right now. It is really wild to watch the world be the way it is. We are in a little bit of a strange capitalistic hellscape at the moment. So, the lack of self-awareness sometimes makes me want to, like, just drag someone through the neighborhood that I lived in when I lived in Florida. And just be like, you don't got... Yes, your problems are you are allowed to complain, but the level that you've brought it to, you don't actually have problems, buddy. That's only focusing on America. Right, yep. Thanks for welcoming and enlightening me, too. Hope everyone has a great night. American Heart Association, another big shout-out to them. Thank you so much for dropping by. Always love to see a good philanthropic cause out there helping out the world, literally. If you guys don't know, heart disease is a humongous issue. It's one that has affected a lot of people in my life as well. People that I care deeply about. So, always something to be aware of, for sure. I hope that your night goes well also. People running the American Heart Association Twitch channel. It's cool to see more brands, like more like charities and stuff on Twitch. I'm glad that Twitch and content creation in general is being taken seriously, because I will let you know the amount of money we have raised over the years for different causes has been phenomenal because of platforms like this. So, very cool. Currently debating leaving my shitty job in favor of another job that's probably just as shitty but in a different way. Every now and then, you know, I'm sorry to hear that that's like almost feels like a rock in a hard place for you, Kettle. But, like, every now and then, lateral moves have seriously gotten me out of funks, or at the very least been, like, a nice interlude time between better chapters of my life. You know, where I'm like, hey, I know this isn't going to be my forever job, and it kind of is a butt. But also, you know, it'll just be a placeholder for now. And then I'll really seek out the things that will make me happier, that will make me feel more complete. It's okay to do that every now and then, you know? A lateral move, a plateau, is not you backsliding. Yeah, go check your blood pressure, those of you in chat who need to. Absolutely, Antichrist Bear. I have a pretty neat little community over here. I'm happy that I found it when I did. I'm so glad that you feel that way, Beans. It's been wonderful having you around. My store transfer saga, I'm still with the Siren, which sucks. But it's a better fit for the last 3 to 4 months in the country. I'm glad that, you know, you're able to sort of see, like, the forest for the trees in that situation, Chronic, for sure. The alternative is a business is probably not going bankrupt. Yeah, I mean, yeah, businesses going bankrupt is never a great thing, for sure. For sure. We want people to get paid. I know that Austin was explaining his situation with that very scenario a few weeks ago, I believe, here in the stream. It's a weird time. It's a very weird time. I'm wishing everyone well as much as I can, you know? I miss working for the Siren, to be honest. I mean, sometimes hindsight is a 20/20 thing. Sometimes you gotta check to make sure that it's not nostalgia glasses. But hey, if you enjoyed it, I'm not gonna crap on you for that. I know me personally, I would prefer never to work in like a retail / food service style work environment again. But it does well for some people's brains are like, hey, no, I like that. I like that there were like certain expectations and sort of like a formula I got to follow. Happens every paycheck. I'm trying to get out. So, oh my God, dude. How is that not a lawsuit at this point? That's all I gotta say. I'm so sorry, dude. That's rough. Yeah, obviously I'm not legal counsel or anything like that, but like I would be maybe talking to a lawyer or at least HR. I worked at places before that either went under or was laid off due to them having to cut basically everyone. Not a great time for anyone. Kettle, I've been in that scenario as well. It's rough. You know, I worked in like the marketing startup world for a while. It is a very strange place when you have a really cool product, really cool service, but it's run by people who have never like run a company in their life. It gets weird. I don't mind food service until I get that one person that just oof. That's my issue, is I do not want to deal with the general public. I'm at the point in my life where I have enough self-respect that I will absolutely lose my job chewing out somebody. I'll be like, oh, you make the fucking coffee yourself, dumbass. You think it's so fucking easy? Like, that's what would happen. I enjoyed working as a barista, but I never want to go back to retail, especially in my area, because, my God, the people in my area are a special breed. Yeah, it happens. It happens. I used to work in a kitchen. I've talked about working in a kitchen a number of times before, but it was for, like, yuppies. And they are the worst customers you can ever possibly have. It was, like, for a bunch of, like, super hoity-toity, high-end. It was at a yacht club. It was super high-end, like, shitty, like, upper-middle-class, white, old jerks. I only worked food service for a year, but that was enough for me. I didn't mind being back in the kitchen, and I got lucky with the location I worked at, but I still got tired of it pretty quick. And that's fair. Some people, that's a great, like, lifestyle and work environment, and some people, they're like, yeah, it just wasn't for me. You know? That one person just changes the vibe of the whole day, no matter how pleasant everyone else is. Yeah, it can, for sure. It takes a lot of, like, mindfulness and, like, reminding yourself, like, hey, that person isn't every person. Food service would be something I actually enjoy if it weren't for rude people. Yeah, again, I think introducing the general public to, and corporations creating these, like, really unrealistic expectations where it's like, oh yeah, no, our minimum wage, like, workers are absolutely machines that should be catering to your every need instantly. It's not like they're human beings who are overworked and, like, underpaid or anything like that. And unfortunately, like, they've sold that narrative very successfully to people without critical thinking skills. And we're now in this hellscape where, like, human beings are treating other human beings like absolute pieces of shit. And it's very unfair. I hate seeing it. It really bothers me a lot. I imagine Southern Republicans, housewives, retirees mixed with East Coast rudeness. Emmy, yeah, you just described the yacht club I worked at. It was pretty rough. It was pretty rough. Retail made me mean, really wore me out. Yeah, same here. I used to work in a retail bookstore by the name of Borders that doesn't exist anymore, which was a big chain. And that was all types of really interesting human beings. So, red flag I noticed for the new position is that they're hiring 5 people, which makes me sus, but who knows, maybe they just picked up enough business since COVID. Could be. I mean, that kind of thing, it's always kind of tough to gauge until you sort of see the state of the company, right? BRB ad break? All right. Thank you to those of you who are letting me know when ad breaks come through. I won't say anything too important, right? My new store is so much better than my old one in that regard. There's a few customers who have money, but they're more old money about it, so less obnoxious, whereas my old store was a new money boom area where entitlement was an addiction epidemic. I think that that's a good way to describe it. It's like every time I visit LA, I'm like, you can tell the people who come from generational wealth, and they're still not great to deal with, but they have this certain air about them, and they come with their own set of problems, obviously. But the new school, like, influencer money assholes out there, every time I go out there, I'm like, oh boy, I fucking hate you. You make the rest of us look like shit. I feel like we have close parallels in our work experience. Possibly. I worked at a summer camp and I left because of the parents there. A kid got picked up in a helicopter just so their parents could walk around bragging. That's very ugly. That's the ugliest energy I've ever heard. I worked at a summer camp, but no one there was that bougie. Holy shit. Imagine being a full-grown... How embarrassing would it be to be a full-ass grown adult who has to show off at summer camp that your kid is getting picked up in your personal helicopter? You are overcompensating for everything. You are literally actually the biggest loser I've ever heard of in my life. Like, if that's the way that you have to flex through life. Just be happy that you're secure, bro. It's really that easy. You don't have to be a dickhead about it. You're weird. You're embarrassing. You're cringe. I'm back and I got an ad for the movie Strays. I kind of want to watch it. It looks good. Is that the one that's like an adult comedy movie, but it's like a bunch of talking cats and dogs? So that it's like realistically animated, or like it's like animals that they filmed and then they like made it like the Look Who's Talking scenario where they like just dub in comedian and actor voices saying ridiculous adult shit. Old money types were more likely to go to grammar school and etiquette classes, I guess, so they're more likely to know it's a bad etiquette. So obviously flaunt your wealth. Yeah, I guess they probably think it's corny to be like, I'm worth this millions of dollars. Whereas, like, I've gone to content creator parties where someone cannot talk about... They can't stop talking about how much fucking money their sponsorship deals are. And I'm like, bro, I do not care. I'm getting the same sponsorship deals. I don't fucking care. Like... why would you casually pick your child up in a helicopter that's not safe without an appropriate place? Because, obviously, it's the I'm rich, but I don't have a working brain cell inside my head type of person. Sounds like someone there didn't have friends to feel the need to show off. Hey, your kids... Yeah, that is totally friendless behavior. So a bunch of dogs and Jamie Foxx is one of the voices? Interesting. I'm pretty sure those same parents called me 5 times to remind me that their kid was allergic to grass and then demanded that I didn't let her touch grass outside. Here's I don't know, this might be a revolutionary idea, but like if your child is allergic to grass, don't send them to a fucking summer camp. Yeah, new money is like, look at my Lambo. It's being brought on my helicopter. Yeah, pretty much. Just embarrassing cringe moments. It's like, bro, I'm at this like influencer party to like hang out and have fun. I'm literally not here to talk about like how many tens of thousands of dollars you got paid this month from like gaming brands. Cool, bro. I got that offer too. That does not make me fucking special. It's money. Who cares, bro? You're weird. The logic ain't there. Yeah, seriously, though. If they're that allergic, don't send them to an outdoor camp. Otherwise, parental units, it's free exposure therapy. Yeah, you hit them back with, like, this was actually, like, a really good, like, psychosomatic exercise to see if, like, this is something that they were reacting to as a placebo effect because you told them that they're allergic, or if they're actually having the psychosomatic symptoms that are manifesting in a physical way on them. To be honest, I knew people that were allergic to grass, and they either didn't sit in the grass or wore shoes when they walked on it. They could have just had mild allergies, though. Could be, but also, they probably took the steps where they didn't go, hey, nature, you accommodate to me, and make sure that other human beings around are accommodating to this like very hyper-specific issue that my child has that I've somehow made everyone else's responsibility. They probably were like, wait, I have to exist in this world that I can't change because grass just naturally is everywhere. Maybe I shouldn't be a dickhead, and maybe I should, like, learn to, like, know what I will put me at danger and what won't, you know? Turns out your kid is just allergic. Also, they're in the ER. It's true, though. The more things kids are exposed to as kids, the less they're allergic to as adults. Right, exposure therapy is, like, a time-tested thing. It's a little bit, obviously, like, nuanced and can be a little bit risky. But, like, yeah, absolutely. I don't know. She wasn't even that allergic either. She just got kind of itchy because grass is itchy. Grass is just genuinely itchy. That's the other thing. I think a lot of the times it's like, my kid is having a reaction. No, your kid is being a child. Rolled around and, like, stinging nettle. Yeah, your kid had a reaction. It's exactly how they were. The kids never cared and didn't even bother mentioning it to any of the teachers unless it happened to come up. Right, and, like, obviously we're not, like... anyone who's like, ready, Brian, I have this whataboutism that centers me because I don't feel included enough in the conversation. And I need to center myself so I feel special here. We're not talking about people with, like, deadly allergies. We're talking about, like, this is a mild, like, you get, like, mucus in your nose and, like, maybe your eyes swell up a little bit. You know? I'm allergic to grass, but it's just an itchy rash type. Yeah. I grew up in a mold-infested house, so now I have asthma. That's a little bit less of an allergy and a little bit more of, like, people shouldn't breathe in mold spores. I'm so sorry. That obviously wasn't your choice. That's a bummer. Dry grass can cause contact dermatitis even if you aren't allergic to grass. Yeah, I can't count the number of times I'd come in from playing outside when I was a kid, and I'd have, like, you know, little rashes or, like, hives from, like, just touching crabgrass too much. You know? That's the way that, that's the way the world works. That's the way the world works. You know? It's like Bo says. It's like that Bo Burnham man says. I don't know. Parents can be stupid. That's all I'll say. It took me until my 20s to finally get diagnosed with it. I think I know how people feel when they first get glasses. I mean, it's probably handy to know, for sure. I had mild asthma when I was a kid. I fortunately grew out of it, which is, I guess, really common. But I had to use an inhaler sometimes. So, I feel ya. I get your pain. Sorry that you have to deal with it. It does really stink. But it's good to know. It's good to know when that's going on. That you're not just like, am I dying? Am I actually dying? Oh my god. Yeah, oh my god, I can breathe. I live! You know? Alright. Keeping an eye on the time here, chat. I think what I'm going to do is get the... I'm going to get this thing to 50%. And then I'm going to have to dip on out of here. I'm going to get on out of here like the New Yorker that I am. All right? Is this what breathing feels like? I didn't know it could feel so good. I got sugar hives once, and my elementary teacher tried arguing with me and my mom that it was chickenpox. Doesn't matter if you had it before, you clearly have it again. The doctor, it's not chickenpox, you already had it. I love when people who are not experts in a field are like, I'm going to just make up some shit just off the vibe, just off my gut feel. I mean, I was kind of making fun of these types of people the other day, where I was talking about, like, some people just are like, oh, I saw that on TikTok. It has to be true. And it's like, you took medical advice from a 16-year-old from the fucking suburbs of Minnesota. Bro, what are you doing? Use your brain. The feeling of getting an inhaler is very comparable to getting glasses. Yeah, no, absolutely. I agree. I ran laps when I got my first inhaler. My coworkers thought I was insane. No, I get it. I get it. No, you're valid. My sibling got fluid in their lungs when they ate dairy for the first 12 years of their life, and they decided to power through it and eat it anyway, and now they're fine. Sometimes you just grow out of shit, which is, like, really weird. I think the human body is one of the weirdest masses of evolved cells that has ever happened. There's just so much we don't know about ourselves. We don't know about, like, processes that just are automatic. Like, when you think about, like, animal cells, like, those are individually moving systems that developed. And, like, we have, like, single cell, like, creatures on this planet that, like, eat other single cell creatures or, you know, photosynthesize or whatever. And, like, we're made up of, like, a big old collective of just, like, these automatic systems to the point where those systems have become automatic processes we don't have to consciously think about. We're just constantly doing them. That's the weird thing to me. Nothing is telling my blood to keep flowing through my body except my heart. I don't control my heartbeat. It just does it. That's weird. That's cool to think about. Even though we didn't get to jump into Palia this stream, it was really nice hanging out and talking about it, and the usual Power Wash chats as well. Brookie, I'm glad that you feel that way. I'm bummed out we didn't get to play as well, but I'm not going to give the dev shit for it, and I'm going to basically just be like, hey, you know, we go again tomorrow, perhaps. I might give Morgan my stream day tomorrow, just as a heads up. We'll see what happens. Her and I will talk about it. I'll let y'all know. But at the very least, this weekend, we'll probably have some Palia going. A particular teacher was wild. Like, she should have not have been a teacher. Clearly not, did not like it. Yeah, that's an unfortunate hiring pattern that happens sometimes. It's like, you're very good at teaching curriculum. You're very terrible at interacting with children. The human body is both halves of the Chad Shibe versus Virgin Cheems meme. It really is. By the way, I love that meme format. Fantastic. Me after inhaler throwing 40-pound boxes around in a cold room. Yeah, look at that. Certain things in youth can be outgrown in adulthood, whereas if it crops up in adulthood, it's more likely to stay. Yeah, it's kind of like how your brain retains some info better when you're a child, right? Like foreign language and stuff. It's weird that, like, we are just sponges for things, and we bounce back so much when we're, like, really young, right? I think that's kind of neat. Makes me a little bit sad that as an adult who's rapidly aging, I'm like, oh God, I'm just getting closer to death all the time, you know? My doctor did not share my enthusiasm when I told him how great it was. He was just like, that's good. It's probably, here's the thing you got to remember about doctors. They're there to diagnose you and help treat you, but they see a million of you a day. When I got, that said, it is nice when you get one with some, like, good bedside manner. When I got my inhaler, I immediately went to the gym and ran on the treadmill. I do not blame you. My current one didn't work as well as the first one, but that one was stupid expensive, so I'll settle for a midway point. Yeah, sometimes you settle. You know, you find a good alternative. You find a good compromise between price and function. Do that with a couple things in life. The one thing I refuse to do that with, chat, is toilet paper. I need my nice, cushy, soft two-ply, premium toilet paper, ultra soft. Oh boy, I'm gonna treat myself well with that. Back in the super extreme poverty days of my life, I remember using one ply all the time. And you know, if you gotta use it, it works. It's fine. I'm not dunking on you. I'm not telling you like anything classist here. It's just one of those things, like, you know, it functions. It's fine. I will say, when I upgraded to two-ply, super ultra-soft, cushy, bougie toilet paper, I was like, I can't go back. My ass has never felt this good. That's one thing I will never compromise on anymore. I'm like, I'll pay the extra $1 at the store for the ultra-premium, like, soft toilet paper. Once you can afford the good shit, that becomes a standard, unchanging expense. Right. That's probably the only thing, though. Like, I compromise on a lot of other things. I don't need, like, name brand everything, you know? It's not the way that I've ever rolled. I've always been a value shopper who's been like, this is a good compromise on price and, like, quality. I'm okay with that. Sometimes I find stuff that's cheaper that works better than the name brand stuff, you know? I'm always looking for alternatives to things. That's my jam. That's how I've gotten through life. I've been poor so many times in my lifetime. I am 100% about finding value, you know? I don't get anything but Charmin, to be honest. I refuse to compromise on cheap stuff as an adult. Same with laundry. See, Charmin's fine, but it is not the only name brand out there, in my opinion, that you need. Like, it's fine. It's good. But there's a couple, like, store brands that are, like, just as decent, in my opinion. Charmin TP low-key slaps? Okay, yeah, multiple Charmin fans here. Nothing wrong with it. I'm not going to dunk on your choice of it. But every now and then, you know, I'll find something that's good, that's, like, great value, or something at, like, Aldi that's, like, pretty decent. I'm all about that. Because, again, I have been on the verge of being homeless before. I am that person who... I'm willing to, wait, how the hell do I get out of this mode again? How do I get out of of the FPS like mode? What button did I hit? I thought it was F, but I guess I'm wrong. R is rotate the nozzle. What? Oh, Q. Oh my god. All right, I did it. I purposely buy off-brand food to make it my expectation, and then when I eat brand food, my mind's blown. No, every now and then, yeah, for sure. Absolutely. You know? Paper towel / rags can buy the cheap shit / use old cloths. Cleaning supplies can buy in dry bulk and cut down the cost / use natural cleaners made from kitchen ingredients. But toilet paper, no comfort. Yeah, I'm right there with you, 100%, Liz. I'm someone who like, yeah, I'll compromise on like, you know, paper towel and stuff like that. And like, outside of that though, if this is going to be touching a sensitive part of my body, I would like a consistent level of quality. Oh shit, I didn't realize. Wait, what time is it too? Fuck. All right. I gotta go. I said I was gonna go to 50%. What did we get this guy to? 57%. I got stuck talking about wiping my ass, chat. Unreal what you allow me to get away with in this community. Unfreaking real of you all, chat. This is your fault somehow. By the way, I'm blaming you. Now I kind of want to get to 60 quick. Doing it fast. Oh my god, that felt good. Get the shutter. Oh yeah. Alright, that one felt good. Get the shutter. This might bring me to 60. Ooh, that felt good. Side of this thing. There we go. It's all done. Almost there. 60%. Alright, we did it. Cool. Dope! Very cool. Good stuff. Alright, chat, unfortunately, I don't have time tonight to raid. Because I gotta get going here. I'm a little bit behind. Sorry we didn't get to do Palia. I'm so sad. But at the same time, small indie company compared to a lot of projects that are the same size and scope of this one. It's one of those things where, like, they're doing the best they can. And this is closed beta. This isn't like this is a full-ass release or anything. I think that, like, people have really just forgotten to expect testing phases for products, specifically video games. I find that really weird that people are like that. But we got this going for a future stream. We got some Palia going for a future stream. Very excited for that. I hope that y'all are looking forward to good, cozy vibes. Watching me hyperfixate on this, probably maxing out every single life skill that I have. But thanks for joining me. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for listening to the game, asking your questions about it and everything. We'll get back to it very soon. Like I said, it could be tomorrow, could be Friday. I'll talk to Morgan about figuring out streaming schedule and everything like that. Again, if you don't know, she's having kind of a rough day, so if you want to be extra awesome and you feel comfortable doing so, feel free to drop by like her Discord or, you know, write messages on social media to her, letting her know that you care and that you support her. Go check out, here's a really good way to support Morgan. All right, I need people to focus your attention, listen, hone in, enhance, zoom. All right, we're focused in here. We're good. The best way to support Morgan, also, go watch her YouTube videos. Go check out her TikToks. Go check out, Jenna just used the Morgan command for her beacons page. That link will link you to her Twitch if you don't follow her there yet. If you want cozy streams, if you want to go watch her YouTube videos, she's put a lot of work into YouTube videos recently. I would love to see her get way more views. TikTok, same thing. Go support the crap out of her on TikTok. Go follow her on social media. Interact with her. You know, she likes talking to people. She loves talking to people. So go do that. In this house, we love Morgan. Yeah, absolutely. Please. Truly the best partner I could ever ask for. So yeah, her shorts are really good too. Yeah, she's been putting up like YouTube shorts. So depending on like what your preference is, you might see the video on like Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, or TikToks for sure. So please go, again, the best way to support her while she's feeling kind of down, go support the stuff that she makes. She puts her heart and soul into this stuff. I love seeing her, you know, get more and more successful as a content creator. I've had, what, 5-6 years of being like a full-time, like, renowned content creator, which is weird to say. It sounds very fucking arrogant. but I've gotten to do this. This is a really cool privilege. This is something I've loved doing. I'm so grateful that this is my life and my lifestyle. And I want that for her too. I want her to see success. I want her community to, be like, yeah, we're here for you. We want to support the crap out of what you do. We want to celebrate you. We want to cheer for you. We want to cheer for your victories. I want more of that in her life because she deserves all of that. She is fantastic. I joke with you guys all the time that I'm like, you guys are being lazy. I know you muted the everyone pings on Discord, that kind of shit. But it's one of those things. I want to see so much enthusiasm in her community. I love her so much, and I really want everything she does to be celebrated. So go check her out if you haven't. And if you haven't caught up on her YouTube in a while, go do that. Go check her out on TikTok and stuff. Anyway, I gotta get going. Thank you everybody for hanging out here tonight. This was a blast, honestly. Even with the technical hiccups we had to deal with, it was really, really nice to be able to just chill out with people. And it's great to be a part of the Palia Partner Program. You guys are going to see a lot more of this game. No Life on the channel here. And we can all be weird life skill gremlins together. It's going to be a really fun time. But I'm going to get going. Thank you, everybody. Seriously, thank you for the follows, the bits, the subs, the resubs, the gifted subs, the donations, anything that came through here tonight. Again, all of it's going right back into this massive, scary, stupid bill that I've been dealing with for the past, I guess, over a month now, which is weird. Everyone who's been really kind about that news. If you got me muted on Discord, you didn't see the announcement, but go into the announcements channel and you can find out what's going on with the big scary bill and why I'm running ads for the first time in 10 years on Twitch. Thank you for that. All of it goes back into the content of the channel so I can buy more games to show off to you guys, to buy cosplays, that kind of thing. I know that it's been a long time, over 2 months now that I've done a cosplay. They're coming, I promise you. I kind of hit a little bit of a self-esteem rut where I wasn't feeling like I was pretty enough to do pull off femme cosplay stuff. But I'm getting my confidence back. I'm excited to start tackling more of those. You guys earned a lot of those during the St. Jude month back in May, so I want to make sure that I'm not forgetful, and that I am going to be getting back to it. And then also, more Pokemon card opening streams are going to be coming up very soon. You probably saw my Twitter post and Instagram stories post about Pokemon sending me Obsidian Flames, which is the newest set that's not even out yet. That might be coming up on Sunday, so that should be pretty good. But I have a whole slew of cool content planned out here. So hope you all have a good time zone. You're all amazing. You're amazing, Brookie. Thank you so much for being here and watching over chat, keeping us feeling secure and safe and chill. But yeah, thank you all the support that's come through over the past month plus. I know people always want transparency from their content creators and such. It goes back into the channel 100 times. It does. It pays for my rent, pays for my bills, so I can keep the lights and internet on and have a fun place to stream from. So thank you for directly contributing to the success of this channel. I'm gonna get going. Thank you. It's always so fun to hang out. It genuinely is. We had a good crowd here tonight. I hope that everyone had a good time chatting, lurking. No matter what you did, you spent your time in this community. That is a resource that we have a finite amount of, and you're sharing it here. I am unbelievably grateful for that. Thank you. Hope you all have an absolutely wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, night, whatever it may be for you. You guys are the best in the world. I love every single one of you so very much. I really, really do. Finger hearts, as usual. Gonna go ahead, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Take care of yourselves, okay? Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Pay attention to the Discord. I will make an announcement whether I'm streaming or not over there, most likely, and maybe Instagram stories or something. But goodbye. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. It's me saying goodbye to you. This is my normal voice. I say goodbye in, correct? Yes. Goodbye. Have a lovely night.
Neon signs flicker you're mine. Feel like you're caught in a world you don't belong to. Praying that you'll make it home. I know you're scared that the place you love is gone. Don't fear what you do not know. Feel like you're caught in a world you don't belong to. Praying that you'll make it